driving. I was in the middle of the gym. I was like, so you want me to call a congressman for you? I can do that. He's like, no. It's like, no. What I'm saying is I can call a congressman for you. He's like, all we're looking for is a donation. Like, nah. I'll get a congressman for you. That's it.
It's funny.
I was pissing the guy off because he's like, I just want money. I'm like, nah, dude.
It's funny you mention that because like right before I graduated, they're like, oh, do you want to donate $20.18 to get a white tassel? I'm like, listen, buddy. I'm like, I've given the school enough of my money because they're calling for like a senior gift or something. I'm like, listen, I've been at this school for 5 years. I've given you guys enough of my money. Find out the next day that it was all a scam. Person got arrested and everything. So good thing I didn't donate.
Well, I mean, everyone would have got the money back, hopefully. But
that's not always.
Assuming he still has it.
That's how scams work usually.
No, but once they catch the person with the scam.
Catch the perp.
Bernie Sanders.
If you get scam insurance. You haven't had any of these yet.
No, dude.
You all set?
Scamming. Yeah, I had Trader Joe Frito-Lays. They're really good. $1.99, great
TJ.
bag. Yeah, dude.
You gotta have Lay Stacks.
Keep going. Turn the camera a little bit.
Lay Stacks is unreal.
Dude, Trader Joe's has the best snack food.
I'm gonna have to. I've never been to a Trader Joe's.
You come this way.
What? I work
at healthy snack food.
No, it's not healthy snack food, dude. No, it isn't.
Is it an organic?
No, it isn't.
No, it's just.
No, it's not a healthy.
organic.
No, but what it is that
It's
you see, like
non-name brand.
Basically, like Amy's like the burritos and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
So okay, well,
No.
basically the thing is, but Trader Joe's, what they can do is they can make a deal with them where they take away the Amy's name, they put Trader Joe's on it, and they can sell it for less. So when it comes down to that, that's why like Stonyville or Stony Hill, whatever, the yogurt used to be Trader Joe's.
It's just
yogurt.
one of those
I'm not
things,
sure.
you know.
Trader Joe milk, I think, is Gorilla in the East Coast.
Nothing.
I think, but it sells for less.
You should write a book, man.
Welcome to the Podcast FC show.
This could all have changed, by the way.
But used to be a soccer podcast, now a grocery economics podcast, talking about Trader Joe's
Psych.
and all the goodies and Amy's.
I'm telling you right now, if anyone likes Trader Joe's, pick up the breaded chicken frozen. I mean, that's pretty good.
What if we like the World Cup?
What was the phrase?
Fine, let's talk about the World Cup. I thought we were talking about food. Come on, let's do some food.
The World Cup is tomorrow. Let's get it. Gonna get in here. We're gonna go free flow, talking all kinds of World Cup news, who we're excited to see, discussions, bets on the line. Basically free flowing, hopping around, meatball subs. Us always looking for those.
Maybe chick bug ziti.
No, gross. I don't like Alfredo sauce.
Cinnamon challenge.
It's too creamy.
Are you American?
Yeah, I'm American.
That's an Italian food, and I'm saying, are you American? See, that's how American Alfredo sauce is.
No, it isn't. No. What's American?
I don't know how you don't like Alfredo.
Steak and potatoes. That's American.
You know what is American?
I like steak and potatoes.
You know what is American, though? Americans tying France 1-1 pre-World Cup. Julian Green, that kid from 4 years ago, he's still a ting. He's still
not a kid anymore.
Bald man. He's balding.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he looks like
he got the LeBron James going on.
Yeah. Even worse, man. Even worse. You should just let it go, man. But yeah,
let it go.
The fact that we have George Weah's son on this national team, that he's an American citizen. I mean, it could be all hype, but we had dudes like a Wobie out here, descendant of great footballers. You know, it's in the blood. So I'm hoping this kid can be something.
He's definitely shown that he can be okay, at least decent, not bad, not good, but not bad.
I've been saying for the longest, America needed to get rid of the old guard. You know, Michael Bradley, DeMarcus.
No, they had to bring back. They had to bring back Lando.
Oh no, Dempsey can. He's the veteran presence who can still stick
Jermaine
around.
Jones, bring him back.
Look, all these guys, man. I guess they serve their time in a weird American.
The reason why they're not in the World Cup.
You'd say it, but they're past their prime, man. Bring the youth. Bring the guys who've been playing over in Europe. They play quicker. The speed of plays there. Their thought is there, and they have the athleticism to match it.
Yeah, I mean, now they have a good basis coming in. I mean, you got Pulisic, who's the superstar from Dortmund. He's killing it. You have Weah, that's how you pronounce his name, right?
Weah.
You have him, who's he's the solid guy coming in, the up and coming. And you have Julian Green, who's proven. I mean, he scored a banger of a goal at the World Cup 4 years ago with the World Cup coming up. I mean, he can do everything, and he's getting consistent game time. Maybe not as a bigger club as PSG or Dortmund, but he's getting game time. He's getting time to show his stuff. And they have a bunch of other guys that are other European players as well that are still there, that are still young enough to help them come up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with America in the next 4 or so years.
By the way, everybody, in case you haven't already guessed it, we got our man Snack sitting in with us today.
Wagwan.
Faux Brit himself. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Just
Just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm old now. I graduated, so
Aw.
you know, like I haven't gotten a haircut in like a month. Like it's over. Starting work in like a week. Like it's over, guys.
On your
Like
big
What do
boy
you mean?
pants.
Wait, what do you mean? You're starting work in a week?
I start like my new job in a week.
Oh, you get a new job? I didn't know that. Congrats, man. Is it a job that you want, or is it just like a job that... Wait, what? What's going on right now?
It's a job that like
Is
it's
it
like
just
my
paying the
first
bills?
it's my first post grad job. So it's like a first big boy job basically.
Oh
Office
my
job?
goodness.
What
it's
happened?
Office job?
Yeah.
It's like your bar mitzvah.
7 to 5.
You finally became a man.
I
It's your
did.
bar mitzvah.
Exactly.
You
Bar
gonna
mitzvah.
snip that? You have to snip that ponytail?
No.
Oh my
You know what's
goodness.
funny is
Oh my goodness.
He
That
told
would
my-
be hysterical. We'd have to
told me-
film that.
he told my friend, he's like, yeah, he needs to cut his ponytail if he wants to work here. And then I literally called him and I was like, yo, I will not work for you if you ask me to cut my hair. And it's not because I like my hair, because I really do.
Because
But
it's against
more
your
of-
religion.
It's more, no, it's not even that. It's more of like the principle. It's like, it shouldn't matter what I look like. I know I'm going to bring results. Like, what you can
It's very feminist attitude
Hey.
right there.
To be fair,
I
that,
deserve any man.
that
I don't
job that
care
you're
what I
talking
look
to
like.
was about being a stripper. So it does matter what you look like.
I'm not gonna work out.
No, but happy to be back. Thanks for having me back. I love coming. You know, I bug them like every day. I'm like, yo, when can I come back on? So it's like finally
always a good
my
time,
prayers have been
yeah.
answered.
How's the Faux Brits doing? Good though.
We're good. We're
Nice.
taking it more like instead of like week by week now because it's the off season. Like if something big happens, like Zidane leaving, we took some time, like let it sleep for a second, and then we came back and we talked about it, gave our thoughts and stuff, who we thought would replace him, just stuff like that. You know, we're keeping it. And then when the season comes, don't worry, we'll be back every like 2 or 3 days.
So who do you
By the
think
way,
is
we
replacing
haven't.
him?
Yeah.
But hold on, before we get to who replaced him, let's just stay on the topic. But we didn't really talk about why he left in the first place. He stepped down as Real Madrid
I have a
manager
theory.
four days after. Well, the theory's out. You know, the truth is out. But you can have your theory.
What's the
Well, my
truth,
theory-
Aaron?
So
What's the truth?
So the truth as I read it, or that I've read, is that 4 days or 3 days after the final, Zizou sat down with Florentino Perez to discuss, you know, the future signings for last season. He had faith in Keylor Navas. Didn't want De Gea. Florentino Perez wanted De Gea, and Zizou. Who the hell did he want? God damn it, I'm
Hazard?
blanking on this. He wanted Hazard. Yes, thank you. Wanted Hazard, and he wouldn't get him. Perez didn't want him, so they didn't sign anyone for the last like 3 seasons. They haven't really brought anybody into that club. Big names. They've let James go, Morata go. A lot of players have gone out. No one's really come in. That's a sticking point, especially with Zidane. He's like,
Yeah.
I've had enough. I'm tired of fighting this guy. It's not going to change. I almost lost my job mid-season last year.
Yep.
Fuck this. I'm out.
Well, my theory kind of coincides with that,
Yeah.
where like I think he sat down with Perez and said, "I don't want Gareth Bale. Like a game doesn't define a career."
He didn't
and
come and say
Perez,
it.
and Perez says, yeah, like it doesn't matter what you want. Gareth Bale's like the first world record signing since like it's been like a
Since-
thing now. It's
Yeah,
like since it's like now it's in
Ronaldo,
trend.
Gareth,
you know?
yeah.
Like you know what I
And
mean?
Neymar
So
as
It's
well.
going to be Neymar coming up now.
yeah, exactly. Well,
It was
it
already
is
Neymar.
Neymar.
It was already
It is
Neymar.
Neymar.
Currently Neymar.
So I
Was
think they
Pogba
disagree
there?
on
I mean,
that.
Neymar to Madrid now is going to be the new world
Yeah.
record.
But I think it really came down to Gareth Bale. Like, I think Gareth Bale's world class on his
Wolfman.
day, but he gets injured too much for my liking, and I think Zidane sees that as well.
Injuries aside, though, man, this guy is world class.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the world.
You know
he
who
showed that
reminds
in the
me of?
Champions League final.
He reminds me a little bit of Iron Robin, not in his game, but in how he got injured as
his
he
mold.
as he was kind of aging a little bit. He got injured. I think
Speedster.
Gareth Bale will be able to get it right. Both lefties, both wingers. I think maybe around that age of 31, 32, he'll come back into health.
He's like Van
He'll still
Persie.
He'll still be a guy who will be a game changer. May not be world class, but be able to change the game.
Yeah, for me, I think he's gonna fall off, man. Because his main game, his main game is his speed.
It's
Close
no, it's
control.
not. It's his shot power. Give me a break. What's up,
And
Carries?
But
What's up,
working,
Gary? Shot power, baby, dude. Granted,
It's too soon.
Granted
It's
his
too
speed,
soon.
but dude, his strength, his aerial ability, and his
Look, for
shot
me-
can keep him relevant long past his speed goes.
I
Carey
don't know,
says
man.
water
For me,
balloons
it's
for
about
hands.
the close control, lack thereof. You know, for him, it's power dribbling. Garrett,
I
Dude,
think
Robin
before
doesn't
Giggs-
have the best close
dude,
control
yeah.
dribbling, but he just cuts inside shoots.
Robin does, dude.
Robin's got
What?
vicious.
I'm just saying.
Robin's got one
I'm
of the
saying
best
relative
close
to the
controls.
relative to the best.
Nah,
I
Technical
don't
dude.
think.
players.
Look, I think he'll speed. Look, here's the thing with Bale though, compared to Robin. Bale can play at left back. He can potentially play at center midfield because
You
of his
see him
passing
going back.
range.
to left back,
center mid. He's capable.
Center mid.
He's capable of 100%.
Dude, the reason why the Madristas hate him is because he doesn't have that close control first touch. That's why they don't like him. Perez loves him. That's why he keeps him there.
Because he's white.
The players love him. That's why they keep him there.
I'll tell you
they only like Tony Cruz. There's only one white guy allowed in the team.
So
what about Modric?
The way I see
Croatian,
it actually has less to do with the fact with transfers. I think, look, if you look at his track record, 3 Champions League in a row.
4 overall.
Well, okay. Should any manager who has that track record...
5 overall.
What I'm saying is... No. What I'm saying is...
One as a player.
As a manager...
Oh, yeah.
Should a manager ever be fired with that type of track record? No. But the fact of the matter is that he was so... he was linked so many
Ask
times...
question, reinforce.
He was... No. This is a rhetorical question. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So, okay. So basically... So basically, when it comes down to it, look, he
When it comes down to
it, they didn't finish top of the league, and if they didn't win Champions
Didn't
League,
finish top 2 in
they
the
was
league.
What are you saying about Zidane?
Come on, man,
what I'm
get
saying
this out,
is,
dude.
I'm trying to, but you guys keep disrupting me.
You have no idea.
You let it go.
Oh my god!
You're searching, hoping to find your point.
If you guys just I have my point. You guys won't let me get there.
One more rhetorical question.
The point is, if he doesn't have the backing of the ownership after what he's already done, and there was already rumors about him leaving and getting fired after winning those Champions League, why should he stay at a place that he's not wanted?
There was that
because he should.
That was rolled into why he left. But I mean, the transfer.
I think that's the
policy-
main reason, not because of transfers. I think that's the main reason.
No,
but that is
man. The Carlo Ancelotti won the Champions League, gets fired that summer.
Yeah, but not 3 in a row.
But dude, he won the Champions
He
League.
didn't win the
Dude,
Champions
he
League
won
that
it-
year.
He won.
He
No,
won
the year
it,
after.
But not
Won
3 in a
it
row.
after he got sacked,
Yeah.
yeah.
But not 3 years in a row either.
No,
Or
dude,
2 years in a row.
The fact that he had a meeting with Perez about it means he wasn't
That
ready
actually
to walk
happened.
away. He would have
He
walked
did sit
away.
down, yeah.
He would have walked away 2 days after, before the meeting. You know,
But
why
you
go
can't-
into a meeting knowing
You
you're gonna
can't
walk
say
away?
you can't. It's kind of like the whole Arsene Wenger thing. Like, I mean, circumstances are different, but he just won you 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Like, you can't.
I wish.
You literally can't say like Real Madrid sacked Zidane, and then the reason is, oh, we had a disagreement and stuff like that. Obviously, it could have been a very big disagreement with like what Zidane wanted and what Perez wanted, and at the end of the day, Perez gets what he wants. But that's not like, you can't say like we sacked him because of X reason. You have to let him walk off with grace. He's gonna be the Qatar national coach.
Zizou?
That's what I've been reading.
Go back to Algeria.
Depending on the money, maybe.
Dude,
But what about PSG?
There's so many rumors about him.
Because
I
he
don't
already-
think he
he
works
just
this
hired
year.
two
care.
No, dude.
I don't care.
With
See you later.
Zidane, I mean,
You could go anywhere
Real
because he
Madrid.
walked out on top.
But the thing is,
Real
there's
Madrid,
no
Real
jobs
Madrid,
open.
it's his home. Real Madrid's his home, and he's had the very unique relationship where he actually walked away without getting fired, which is rare
Yeah.
for Real Madrid managers.
That's what we say. We
The
don't know.
turnover
everything.
rate. It's always they always
He's
get
basically
fired,
breaking up
always
with the
get
hot girl.
sacked. But he actually walked away himself. He made the decision.
You know what probably happened?
Even
He was
Perez
like,
was
"All right,
shocked, but
I resign. I'm going to quit." And he's like, "No, you're fired. You're fired." You know, I already quit.
Vince McMahon
you
style.
can't quit. You're fired.
fired.
But I mean, but I think the relationship is still in good standing where he can go back there,
For sure. Absolutely,
you know,
man.
with open arms.
I think he's going to take
He's
care
a
of. There's
break,
no
dude.
big jobs open. Not even a break. There's just no big jobs. Like,
Yeah.
he's not going to Man
PSG,
United.
man, or,
PSG just brought in Tuchel.
yeah.
That's bad for business.
He can go.
Tuchel's
anywhere
got
in the
1 year.
world, though.
Basically, everyone's on a 1 year,
Contract.
like
Contract
Prove
basis.
yourself.
no, like a warning. Right now, shots were fired. Zidane fired shots. Hey, top managers, I could get your job next year. Juventus, United, Arsenal, maybe
If
a
it all
long shot.
collapses,
Chelsea, if Conte stays. City probably
He can
not.
go any, bro.
He can
you
go anywhere
name
except
the
City.
clubs,
Well,
probably.
speaking
Sao
of-
Paulo, like he could go anywhere.
No,
he
we're talking
wants.
top
Speaking
here,
of
man.
Chelsea,
he's going
though,
to top 2.
He can go
He's
any-
not going to.
I know he's not, but I'm just saying he could. He could go to Kaiser Chiefs if he wants.
Speaking of Chelsea, though, I mean, Zidane's resignation also impacts Chelsea in that Hazard now has nowhere really to go. You know, Zidane was the biggest guy trying to bring him to Madrid. Now he's not there. He can
openly
still
said he
definitely
doesn't-
leave.
He's openly said he doesn't want to leave.
Hazard?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he
good,
said he
it's good
doesn't want to
PR,
leave,
man.
but
No,
That's
but
good
even
PR.
then, like,
He also wants Champions League.
But he said
Yeah, he's not in Champions League. I mean, the last 2 or 3 seasons he's been outside the top
But he
4.
literally
said-
said it doesn't matter. He literally
No,
said out loud
you didn't complete your statement. He said
A
he
guy
doesn't
like
want to
him.
leave, but Chelsea need to bring in talent. So
Yeah.
he basically
This
he
summer,
will
yeah.
leave if Chelsea don't bring in.
I
big
read.
talent.
Well, I read an article where like he's not going to commit to his future to Chelsea until
Exactly.
after World Cup, until the season begins. If they sign 3-4 guys, big boys, all right, I'll hang out. You're not going to sign anybody. I'm out this summer.
I don't think he leaves this summer because no
Or
one
next
wants
year.
him. Next year, I think he'll have his agent working the whole
Well,
year.
I don't know if
He'll
I
have a
wouldn't say no one
contract year.
wants him. I mean,
Look,
the one team I could see signing
He's
him-
not hot, is what we're saying.
Well, it's not even that, but it's like and that makes it even better because we know that he's already good and you can get him at a discounted price unless he has an amazing World Cup.
dude, I don't think you're going to get him at a discounted price because of his history. If you're looking what he did the
What do you
last
think
12 months,
ballpark?
probably, but
I'm missing who
Ballpark price.
Who exactly you
Hazard.
talking about? Eden Hazard,
at least 150.
150.
At least because of what he means to Chelsea. Chelsea's not going to give him away cheap. And you know the next club he goes to, he's going to land on his feet and he's going to be off to the races.
I don't know if he's worth the price.
I'm not saying
tag.
worth.
Yeah.
I'm saying what
Well, Fekir was going to go to
Abramovich will
Liverpool for
want him
76 million, and like is Fekir worth 76 million? You could
Yeah,
argue
dude.
that is, and
And
Hazard is
comes
way
with,
better than Fekir.
Hazard comes with the jersey as well.
Yeah.
People will buy that Hazard
Well,
jersey.
Abramovich too. He's had trouble getting his visa back into Great Britain. By the way, he just rejected a $2 billion offer by the richest man in England or Great Britain. Apparently, $2 billion to buy the club. Turned it down. He's in Jerusalem trying to get a visa to come back to England.
I think the one team everyone's got to watch out for any big player, whether they're on the market or not, is PSG because they're like, I feel like with all the Neymar rumors going on, they're in the market to buy someone big. And like,
Well, they
I don't
need
think
to
so.
sell people for financial fair play at the same time.
Exactly. I don't
too.
think they'll buy anyone big because they brought Mbappe and Neymar. I think this year is going to be spent trying to hold on to those two and trying to
well, Mbappe's
trying to make sure
definitely staying.
Tuchel
Mbappe's
does
gonna
work.
stay for sure.
Probably.
But Neymar, like I don't know, like. Listen, I feel like at the bottom of like my heart, I think Neymar wants to go to like Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I think
No, he
that's the
does.
move.
He definitely
that's the
does,
move.
but I don't know if he
Snacks on
will.
this, though. I think they will bring someone big because I think they're going to let go guys like Julian Draxler, Marco Verratti being linked with Man
Rabiot,
United,
Adrien Rabiot.
The problem
So,
is
I think they'll get rid of those type of midfield guys. You may see a guy like Thiago Motta go wages off the budget, and I think that they're gearing up to bring in someone relatively big, not blockbuster breaking the transfer record, but
I think this
60 to 70 million.
I think this
type
summer
guy.
will be spent getting back on the good side of financial fair play. So those guys will be let go, but I think they'll bring in bodies to cover maybe guys who have potential
Can't win the
going
Champions League
forward.
like that.
No, they got the players to win the Champions League. They just didn't have the manager. They got the players, man. Mbappe, Neymar. You look at that back line, it's still solid. Maybe bring in David Luiz if he can get healthy. Bring him back to one. Dude, you can make a run at Champions League. Is it going to be as easy as Real Madrid is going to have a road, or Barcelona, or City? No,
when you
dude,
make
but
your point, yeah, because you look at Liverpool and it's like they got to
Yeah,
the
man,
finals.
you can do
and
it,
they had,
dude.
on paper, a better team.
So the way I see it is that Hazard stays with Chelsea this year. If they do not make Champions League this coming year, there's no way Hazard stays with them.
Agreed.
And then Neymar goes to Real Madrid. They're probably gonna get Neymar.
No.
Neymar goes to Real Madrid. That means PSG has money on top of money on top of money.
Yeah.
He could very well go there, or maybe Bayern Munich that needs a new player up front, or maybe even Juventus.
Lewandowski.
So when it comes down to what I'm saying is real quick, but the Hazard with the 150 mil, I don't see that really happening next summer because his contract up in.
No, I caught it. No, I caught it. Just
What I say? So basically,
it just comes down to it,
his contract ends in 2020. So next summer, he only has 1 year left. He's not going for 150. He might be going for 40, 50.
Bro, I'm so excited about Neymar. I think he's going to have a big World Cup. I don't know, man. I saw Brazil
Come to Liverpool.
playing against Austria.
He put
And
Zagovic on
you
skates.
see his goal, Jesus.
His goal, man. He just waited till the last one with Dragovic. Just took your lineage,
He's
bro.
like,
Waited until he was on his ass, drags the ball left, right, and just like tucks it under the goalkeeper. This Brazilian team, I know it's Austria, was best left back in the world, the second best left back in the world in David Alaba. And that connection with Neymar, Marcelo on the left, I think is going to be special. Firmino chipping in with an assist, Gabi Jesus with a goal. We're arguing about who do they start. When you're arguing about who do you start at 9, Firmino, Gabi Jesus, these guys are spoiled.
It's a good problem
And
to
last
have.
year they didn't have a
Jesus.
9. Last year they didn't have a 9. They brought not last year. Last World Cup they brought Joe. Remember Joe? Good old Joe. They
don't
had
want
him.
to.
at
Oh
nine.
my
I don't
goodness,
wanna
forgot
remember
about him.
Could have brought
They struggled.
Ronaldinho. We brought Joe.
My
Kaká even.
My question is,
They had
man,
Hulk, though. They did
obviously,
have Hulk.
I think Brazil's going to cruise until probably the quarterfinals, whoever they run into. But when they run into those monsters and they go down 1-0 early, do they have enough fortitude? Not the forwards, of course,
Character.
but do they have enough character? Who do they
That's a
turn
big
to
question.
for
Do they
that
have
person?
enough balls?
That's a big
I
When
have
they're
to
down 1-0 against Germany and now they're having nightmares
I
again.
gotta say, if that is the scenario, I think they have it because now it's like Marcelo. Like the last time was 2014. I think they were fresh off a Champions League, but like now Marcelo's won 4. You know, they have whoever their center backs are. Like it's
Miranda and Thiago
Silva, right?
Yeah.
Thiago Silva
Or you
has won how
got
many
you got
leagues
Marquinhos
with-
in there as
It's
well.
like they have the players now, like for them that have the will to win.
And I think they have that chip on their shoulder because of how Germany embarrassed them at home. That's 7-1.
They're the team to beat, in my opinion.
So they have that chip on their shoulder. Now, obviously, do they have the mental strength or character to come back?
Yeah, they have the ability to come back.
They're great front runners, right? So when they go down, will they be able to respond? I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
I mean, go ahead, Huss.
I was gonna say, well, since they've made the managerial change at Brazil, everything has changed.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to a true leader as a manager at the moment.
Late.
Well, what I say?
Nothing.
Oh, when
Don't worry about it.
it comes down to it?
No, just keep it
Damn it.
Don't even worry
What
about
did I say? I don't even know.
Don't even think about
Oh,
it.
my
Keep going to the
goodness. I see markings. I see 3, maybe 4 or
That's
5
four.
markings.
I got a question for you. What does it come down to?
No, man, let's not get in his head about it. We're trying to break records here,
I'm
man.
asking a
Let's keep it
question.
moving.
You know what? You know what? The manager's
Keep the bit
fantastic.
going.
So now, I know you guys have been doing recently like the World Cup groups and who's going to win their group. Now, all BS aside, who's going to win it? Each one of you.
What?
The whole
Who's going to win the World Cup? Who's going to be the guy? The
Dude,
team.
honestly, man, I would love to see Belgium win this World
Not
Cup.
love. Who's gonna win it?
You can say who you love.
I'm,
And then
I'm just saying, man, it's so tough to predict this year because France is a natural contender. 2016, a Euro 2016 finalists.
That doesn't matter.
Germany returning in style to win their second back-to-back potentially. That's 2 strong candidates. You got Belgium, probably the most pound-for-pound balanced team in the tournament, next to Germany maybe. I mean, Roberto Martinez, I don't know if he can bring them to the
And they
final.
don't have a left back.
But they get Thierry Henry in
He's
there.
a winner. He's a
So,
little
dude,
back-to-back
that
winner.
experience talking to Lukaku, if Lukaku can have himself a tournament snacks, score at least 5 goals,
Psych.
shut your mouse, all right? This guy's going to do some work.
Listen, I benched him and I beat you in FIFA. All right?
Oh.
I benched Lukaku and I scored with Adnan Januzaj.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're
Dude, so
talking
who's
keep
gonna win
buttering
it?
the bread.
Yeah. Come on, Al.
I got the 3 Lions, baby. Let's go.
3 Lions.
England
Al's got
all the way. Let's
Get
go.
it in there, bro.
Let's go, England.
Always, man.
The wrong
Dude,
ball.
Dude,
got-
there's no Dutch, so that's my number
Yeah.
one.
The Flying Dutch.
I got faith in Harry Kane. Let's go.
Dude, I got
That's a bold prediction.
Griezmann and
They're
the
not gonna win it.
Africans. I got Griezmann and the Africans out here doing work. I got France. It's not a comfortable call though. Like it's not easy, but I'm just looking at all that talent, the experience, the work rate in the middle, and then
In Deschamps,
just a bit of luck
They have a manager in Deschamps
Yeah.
too, who doesn't care about egos or anything, you know.
for sure, man. And they got Giroud in that 80th minute.
Oh
you know,
my
and they
God!
chased-
88
Started
88
for him, bro. They're going Griezmann, Giroud.
It's not a bad
it's-
match.
Who you got, Tom?
They're playing,
Who you got, Tom?
That's Buzz.
All right.
We
So
know
when
who
it comes
Tom's
down to it, Spain's past the prime.
You did not worry about it.
No, I didn't. Did I say it again?
Spain's past their prime. Keep going. Don't worry about it, Hassan.
Argentina,
You, bro.
I just don't know if they had that full grit to actually win it. So it comes down to Belgium, France, Germany, and Brazil.
You gotta pick one.
So Belgium and France, I don't think they necessarily have the mentality to go all the way. I think it's going to come down to Brazil and Germany because Germany is filled with skilled robots. I don't understand how Germany can just keep producing skill after skill,
it's because
player after player.
I'll tell you why,
So
though.
I mean, it's one moment. So it comes down to flair.
It's again.
When
No.
it
Comes down to it.
No, it comes down to flair
Comes down to
versus
Oh, okay,
Snipped
okay.
it. You nipped it.
system. So it could go either way right now. This is a flip of a
Hassan,
coin
this
for
is
me.
a
So
coin, dude. It's the World Cup with the 32 best teams in the world.
I think it's gonna go
He's gonna say
Brazil.
Germany. He said
All right.
Brazil.
I can
We
get
give
it.
you the most time of anybody.
Oh,
I-
you jinxed my boys, man.
I think so.
You jinxed them. I
Why?
don't feel
Tom,
comfortable
it's never
now.
you
good when
kidding
you're
me,
the
dude?
same
I
side
don't
as
feel
us, yo.
comfortable. Yeah, bro.
What I say comes true.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not
If
true.
hey, his best quote, all we have to do is outscore him. Didn't work out that well though.
I totally forgot that one.
Tom.
All right, I got Brazil. I'll just keep it short. I've
Samba.
jocked them enough, but the Neymar, he steps up. He steps up to become the legend he is.
Dude, and
Dude,
on that
Pele
Neymar
came
note,
out
man.
and said Neymar can't do it on his own though.
Dude, he
got
can't
Coutinho,
do it
got
on his own
this.
band, but you got guys like Marcelo. Sorry, Snacks, not to cut you off real quick, but
No, that's
dude,
fine.
the way Neymar's been playing the last 2 years, since he was 22, 21 at the last World Cup, broke his vertebrae, missed the game, they lost 7-1. So he wasn't there for that. He carried that team, captain at the time, 4 years ago.
Stays getting
He
broken.
he relinquished the armband after that. But the way he's playing, man, the goal against Austria, man, This guy is silkier than not silkier than Ronaldinho, but he's got.
Don't
I
get
didn't say that.
I mean,
You almost said you didn't finish the sentence.
I'm
You
just
were
saying.
there.
I'm saying
he's got that slight.
He's approaching that class. Is what I'm saying.
He's electric sliding
No,
people.
You guys are
Dude, he's
forgetting.
approaching that class. He needs to win something important.
Not even win.
He's not above Dino in terms of the.
Not yet,
but he's in that class.
Dino, I think,
but
is
he's
the best
making
dribbler
defenders
of
look.
all time at every game where they meant something. Neymar.
It's not just
Neymar
dribbling.
is
It's not
Neymar.
just
No.
the dribbling. Though,
No, I know, but we're talking just Dino with the dribbling. Like if you want to talk
And then he got
numbers, Neymar
fat. I
can't
don't see
compare.
Neymar getting fat or losing
I know,
steps.
that's what I'm saying,
That's
but
why
like-
Neymar can surpass Ronaldinho.
But
if
we're
he
talking
keeps this-
right now
talking
the
about right
dribbling.
now.
Yeah,
We're
we're talking about
talking
right
about
now.
dribbling.
Dino had that power after he made the move. He'd go right by the guy. Neymar has this thing where
Speed.
defenders look like
Your
they.
favorite word. He's
Yeah.
got speed.
Yeah, but the defenders,
More
once
than
that
Dino.
move happens, defenders look like they're defending the player on
Yeah,
like
you
a
guys-
soapy floor.
you
Like
guys-
they're slipping and sliding everywhere after Neymar. This
Like-
guy, he just boom, boom, boom.
He's
See you later.
ridiculous. He's
Dude,
in
he
the
is-
class, but he's not above.
difference-
Especially nowadays where there's less physicality in the game.
The difference for me is that Dino did it all over the pitch. Neymar tends to get those ISOs out wide. He's second or third behind Messi. You know what I mean? Like, so he's up there, dude.
Well,
But
it
Dino,
took-
for me,
it took-
Dino and Messi are almost equal, man. Except Messi has the numbers and the finishing. But as far, I'm just talking beating
Technique.
players one-on-one and then releasing or opening up a defense with a quick move.
Telling you, Neymar is.
Neymar's close, man, but he's got to do it for me at the number 6 position. He's got to do it at left mid. He's got to do it at right mid. He's got to do it in the middle. Problem is he plays that ISO out wide, and I think if he goes to a club like Real Madrid,
Like
they'll
a
give
Messi?
him the freedom.
Dude, where'd you see Dino playing 6, man?
Dude, when the defense wins the ball, he checks in. All of a sudden, he turns. You forgot him at PSG, dude.
I'm saying he'd drop deep.
No, not playing out of the 6. What I'm saying is getting that ball in that 6 position where you're supposed to play it safe the
driving
way
it.
you're facing, turning someone with dribbles. Dude, he got literally
I've seen-
applauded by the fans, Real Madrid fans.
I understand
I
that.
haven't seen the Real Madrid fans applaud Neymar yet. He's still young, but I'm saying as it stands
will in
today,
two seasons
why
from
he's
now
not
when he's
Neymar
off.
still has a lot to
I'll just
cover.
show you
Oh, they'll be
YouTube. All you have to
No,
do
I
is go to
do.
YouTube and go Neymar, and you'll see he
I do,
dribbles
dude.
everywhere on the pitch, man.
All right,
It's ridiculous.
snacks.
Ridiculous.
World Cup winner, Russia 2018.
All right, so
Mo Salah.
I have to. No, get out of here, man. Get out of here. I have to agree with Tiki. I have to go with the French.
No one's taking Germany.
He's repping so hard.
Let me-
No one's
let me-
taking
let me-
Germany, man.
Whenever I wear a jersey here, there's purpose. I don't wear it just for style.
Germany, though. Come on.
You said Brazil.
I said it was a flip of a coin. I said it was a flip of a
You
coin.
didn't flip a coin
You
though.
were the German.
I tried to flip something, but there was nothing to flip. And honestly, when it
I
comes down
hope
to
they do,
France,
man.
they
I'd
couldn't
be
beat
happy if
Portugal in the
Germany won.
Euros.
I have to say, okay.
They didn't have the mentality.
Play the right way.
Now they've matured. It's been 2 years.
Matured?
You can't say in the past 2 years that this French team hasn't gone.
They're too worried about playing Fortnite.
They matured past Anthony Martial.
I have to.
Sorry, buddy.
Why you got to do that? I have to say.
Not about this
the
life.
reason- here's my
Going to
reasoning.
Spurs, baby.
Here's
He's
my
outta
reasoning. On their day, like they're the wild card. I can't just go with the surefire Germany or like the Argentina. We'll get to the. I can't do that. Like I'm not boring. So the reason I say France is because
France is pretty boring, man.
it's not what. Get out of here.
Euro finalists.
Get out of here.
I didn't see a cup. That's like my brother's like, oh, Spain's gonna win the 2010 World Cup. Dude, they just won the Euro, best team. They didn't lose a game practically. Didn't get conceded.
I just think that this is the tournament for Pogba to like show that he is
Dude,
world class.
I
And
agree.
think this is the
Hey,
stage
I
he's
back
at.
that.
Or it could be the tournament that he shows his true emotions of saying, I can't handle it this
Let's
at
stay
this.
here for a
yeah,
little bit.
be negative
I
about
have
us.
to-
Go ahead. You can be
No,
negative
but
about
the
Pogba
fact of the
all
matter
day.
is he couldn't handle a coach, a manager, reaming down his neck.
So ready to
could he
write
get-
off
dude,
Pogba
not-
if he has a
No,
bad World Cup?
I'm not writing him off because he just has straight up the natural ability, the moves to be a great player. But is he gonna be a world class as in a legend?
I don't know if he's gonna
We
fit.
don't
That's what
know.
I'm saying. If he has a bad World Cup, you're already questioning or ready to write him off.
No,
as
he still
being
has
a
like
legend.
another 10 years to
Yeah,
play.
he's got plenty of time.
But to say that Snack said they're matured now. So is he actually mature?
I don't think
know
Pogba
if
has
he-
matured.
I don't
You
think
saw
he
him at
has.
United. He hasn't.
played-
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
but
If he has a
that's-
bad
that's
World
different.
Cup,
But that's different. If you look at how Pogba like carries himself now,
With emojis?
I have to say, like when like the Euros happened, I would never have imagined Pogba taking the game by the scruff of the neck. At that point, Euro 2016, I was like, all right, he's a luxury player. He's an Ozil. He's the guy that when everyone's doing good, he'll do good. But when everyone's doing bad, he won't change the game.
That's just not true. But
No.
what you're saying.
But then the past 2 years, maybe the numbers haven't backed it up. But that Man City game this past season alone showed me that this guy can be.
He's a big
But what about the
player,
Huddersfield
Pogba,
game and the Newcastle game? You know what I mean? Like,
no, here's the thing about Pogba.
But
He
you can't
thrives in the spotlight. When it's a big match, when it's Man U versus Man City, he wants to step up and take it. Now, can he consistently do it against Newcastle, against these?
But you
West
also have to
Broms? That's
factor
where
in.
the world class.
You also have to factor in. It's
argument.
not. This isn't like Alexis Sanchez where the whole team's playing good and Alexis Sanchez is invisible. Yeah. Paul Pogba, when he's bad, everyone's bad. Like Matic, Matic, he's the most.
You know why? Because he plays number 8, dude. When your center mid is having a nightmare game, you can't generate anything. There's no linkage between the two.
But what I'm saying is that that's true. No, that's true. But like this season, can you say like consistently he's been played in his favorite position at that left center mid role? That Everton game, for example, when he was 90 minutes at that position, arguably like one of the best performances of the season for him.
Dude, I think he has. He's just asked to do a lot defensively, and I think mentally he doesn't.
Which is why he needs to play number 10.
Tom wants him at number 10.
I
want him at number 10.
System. If they're playing Giroud at the 9 and Greece underneath him, dude, then technically that could be the number 10 role. Maybe Pogba could slide right underneath Griezmann.
That's the guy. That's the guy we should be focusing on is Antoine Griezmann, as the friggin' Fox commentators will call him, man. And the Champions League disgraceful Griezmann. But dude, Griezmann. Like I said the last episode, top Golden Boot and Golden Ball at the Euro.
Unbelievable.
He's been having an amazing year.
Last season he turned it on. Won the Europa.
Killed Arsenal.
He killed Arsenal.
Gotta bring up bullshit.
Says his future is going to be finalized this week.
At
But
Barca,
dude, this
or
guy's
no?
That's what he says. That's what he says.
Nerves are not present when he plays football, soccer, whatever it is. You know, he plays,
Bullshit.
almost like joyously.
Look real nervous taking that PK against Madrid. Off the
It
crossbar, look real nervous.
happens, man. Even Messi missed a penalty against Chelsea in the Champions League. What are you gonna say about him?
You look
penalties-
nervous as
Messi
fuck.
lost. Messi missed one against. Messi missed one against Chile too. So like,
penalties have nothing to do with look, players miss penalties. You saw Beckham miss penalties.
A penalty or a breakaway. You score
If
a breakaway.
you miss a breakaway,
penalty.
it's worse than you missing a PK.
Absolutely.
Statistically,
Agreed.
of course, a PK is easier to score.
Agreed
But
on
as
the
far
breakaway,
as
though.
confidence and what you expect to do, Higuain missing that breakaway, man. It sets the tone for the whole team. Missing a PK, it happens. It's a roll of the dice that you're supposed to score 70% of the game. But I'm saying, as far as momentum shift, for me, a breakaway like Higuain, after he missed that breakaway, the shoulder slumped, man. For him.
Usually, not technically, but usually you'll miss an opportunity like that, a PK or a breakaway, and then the other team just comes right back down to score.
Well, going back to World Cup 2010 in South Africa in the final, Robin breakaway, Iker Casillas' fucking shoelace kept the ball out
right
of
there,
net. Dude.
Because it gives you that mode. All of a sudden, the team is like,
scores, yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh man, like,
What do
what
we
is
have
going
to
on?
do?
Whereas a PK, it's like, of course, your shoulders do slump a little, but like, it's like, yo, let's just keep going this way. Let's keep moving forward. We're gonna get a goal soon. Go ahead.
No, I just thought it was cute that you guys both said 70% at the same time. But you know what? Honestly, the best player in the field is not always the best penalty taker. Too many times have the best penalty taker be like that random dude on the bench, be like, "Oh, sub him on real quick, take this penalty."
Man United,
and then it's just one of those things like, "Oh, he's good," just because sometimes it's just the person with the least thought process, shall we say, the coolest, the
That's
calmest.
why you can have Milner take PKs. You know what I mean? Like it's a mental thing.
He's a
not an
robot.
ability
That's
thing.
why he's the English
He's
robot.
dust.
I have to say,
right.
He's dust. Quote unquote Ryan Hussey.
I still haven't heard it.
in regards to Griezmann, I think Tiki said it on your last episode. He's the guy where even if he's not in the game, he's trying to impact the game in other ways.
No, dude, he never gives up.
He never.
Can't question his heart.
No, exactly. And I just think that like this French team is like when you're building a team, like we'll talk Brazil for a second. They have everything except a true number 9. And I'm not no knocks against Jesus or Roberto Firmino. Both had great years at their respective
But
clubs.
they're not true number 9.
But they're not true number 9.
That's false. Gabi Jesus is a true number 9.
Not yet. Not in the sense of like what Brazil has had at number 9. His position is
true number 9 is in like a goal poaching guy. Like he scores goals, but like he drops in deep a lot. Like he likes
Diego Costa.
Yeah, like
As a
Diego
true
Costa's a
number nine,
man.
man. He would suit this Brazil
center
team
forward?
so well.
No, I'm not talking about like the prototypical number 9, like
I-
Harry
I-
Kane or
okay.
Robert
Jesus
Lewandowski.
sometimes goes to work.
He's not like the pro. He's
not
played.
prototypical.
He's maybe played the number 9 his entire life,
Yeah.
but
More-
he's not
more
the prototype.
dynamic.
Just because he's
They-
short.
hey,
I think
even-
that's why.
Even if you throw Giroud in there, like
Griezmann's just
Giroud
a
had a
short.
great second
Yeah.
half of this past season. Like
He's
everything
not
that
prototypical.
everything that France has like going for them, I just think is like it's meant for them to win it, in my opinion. Whether they do it or not, that's a whole nother discussion. But I just
That'd be
think
dope. I'd like to see them win it.
Dude,
that'd be
you-
dope.
I need
I would-
Blaze to get one.
Dude,
Led by
we
Giroud?
we need Cristiano Ronaldo to win this World Cup. All right,
I mean, he's the goat
that's
already.
my dark
He's already
horse,
the
man.
goat.
Look,
A 6 Ballon d'Or. Just in case you forget, in case you've been napping for the last 10 goddamn years, the last 10 Ballon d'Ors have gone to either Messi or Ronaldo. That's 10 years, man.
Split
2008.
even 5-5.
Well, the last
That's
person to
quite
win
the
the Ballon
reign.
d'Or besides those two was Kaká.
I was gonna say, is it wrong to say Kaká was before them? Okay.
2000, they won the Champions
Yeah.
League in 07
That's
with
insane
Milan.
that we.
But if
Oh
this
my
guy,
God.
if
And we
this guy,
spent so much time comparing the two, man.
he's already up there, man, for debate this year with the Champions League win and scoring the most goals again in the Champions League, getting them that title. If he wins, if he gets him to the final, if he wins this World Cup, dude,
He's the greatest of all time.
He's the best.
You know
Dude,
what, though?
we-
He's
is he
goat.
better than Messi at that
Well,
point?
no. Hold on. He's already better than Messi.
Nah, my
he's
man.
already. He's
Oh,
already.
this
Let
guy.
me explain why. Let me explain why. I've been having this discussion like far too many times with my family. I've gotten into arguments with my dad, and I don't win arguments with my dad.
That's why I moved out.
And my thing is that I think Messi, like, he's very good at.
Hiding.
That was a
Not
late
good
one.
at Messi, when he has the ball, might be the best player on the ball like ever. But when he's not on the ball,
Useless.
He doesn't move. He sits on that right wing.
Can't win headers.
He waits. Can't win headers. He's not a physical presence. Can't defend really. Cristiano Ronaldo, he can get 3 touches the entire game and have the
3
same
goals.
exact.
He got 3 goals.
He
3
can have the
touches.
same exact effect that Messi has with 60, in my opinion. And
That's what
That's a little bit of a stretch right there.
that's an exaggeration.
What's
in my
next-
That's
opinion.
a big. That might be
hey,
6 to 8.
What Snacks is saying is that when you boil it down, the impact of both. It's all about the impact of a
If you
player.
take Ronaldo
you need
off
to
of
be.
you take Ronaldo off of Real Madrid, they'll still win a championship.
But I think you're
you
counting.
take Messi off of Barcelona, they don't win.
I think
That-
you're.
exact- exact
more
opposite.
than-
I think you're counting your chickens a little too early right now, because when it comes down to it, I do believe in corruption. I do believe in the fact that.
Don't worry
damn
about
it.
What do you believe?
I
in,
do
bro?
believe in the fact
We're up to
that
6.
when it comes down to it, money talks. So
7.
Cristiano will win it this year, and then Neymar. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Neymar, but you're not gonna win it the next few years, because I think Messi's gonna win the next 2 years after that, and make
For
it a
what,
make it a
dude?
race.
Yo, Messi.
And no, obviously, obviously,
Guys.
it depends on his. No, hold up. It obviously depends on
Hold on.
what.
We them boys.
No, stop. It depends on what Messi actually does, but I do believe that there's a good chance that Messi wins the next 2 after this and really makes it a race on who
ridiculous.
gets the
That's a
Ballon d'Or.
ridiculous
If he gets
prediction.
it, because then it becomes
It's a
a whole big
2
thing.
more?
Look at LeBron James and Michael Jordan. They're making a whole big thing out of LeBron James, but because
LeBron James
the
is
Warriors
so-
came involved, I mean, there's no chance of it anymore. But when it comes down to it, oh shit,
He tried to fight it. He tried to fight it. When it goes.
Hey, go. You know what's another one? In addition to when it,
At the end of the day, that's what I knew on. At the end of the day, I think they're going to be much closer, because I think Messi is going to start winning because there's going to be some favoritism in the voting. I think there's going to be favoritism in the voting. But I truly believe that they're going to milk this cow dry.
Hey,
Wait 3
hold on,
years,
hold on.
they're only going to be separated by 1 Ballon d'Or.
Absolutely wasting time with this hypothetical
No,
bullshit.
thank
Like,
you.
all of a sudden, just for the drama, Messi's gonna come back and win 2. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, he
Maybe.
is.
But come on,
Timmy,
man.
what
Like,
do you think? Who do you think's better?
look,
Me and Al think
I
Ronaldo's
think,
better.
man, I think it's a system thing. For me, I've always preferred Ronaldo because I watched him,
Man
flow
United,
into
boy.
the guy
Gosh,
he is.
Yeah, that's why you
He did it
prefer
in the
him.
And, I would-
42
and if I
goals.
was, and if I was building a team when they were both in their prime, I would have picked Ronaldo. But dude, it's such an impossible debate, man. It's
It's
different
so hard,
styles,
man. It's so
different systems. I'm coming to the point as these guys' careers wind down. I look back, I'm like, dude, they're equal. That's why they both trade off winning Ballon d'Or.
Oh, yeah.
It's just who's hot
And
this year. Every year for the team, they get over 50 goals, man. How can you
If we
decide
let's
the
take
two?
team accomplishments away.
Yes, individual,
Look
my
at
favorite.
raw data.
You're building a team.
It's very, very close. Messi, I know CR7 leads the Champions League in all-time assists, and people often
goals,
overlook that.
top goal
And
scorer.
goals.
And appearances.
So he
second
has
to
the
third.
individual accolades, but Messi, when I look at them play, Messi's a better passer of the ball. Messi's technically better than him in dribbling and passing.
That's
now,
why
shooting, maybe even. Ronaldo's got the power, Messi a little bit more.
Well,
But I look at him as a technical player.
But you can't,
dude,
it's all personal preference, man.
And the mind, I don't know,
but that's
man.
what you prefer. Of course, you prefer the mind and all that. But like Ronaldo's the way he plays has given him the top goal scorer in Champions League, the top assist. So like, yes, is it as pretty as Messi? Hell no, dude. It's not. You see the step on his fail half the time.
I'll give you one word, man, and that sums up Ronaldo: efficiency. All right, Messi can be very inefficient with all his touches and his inability to impact games sometimes. Where Ronaldo, I mean, he had something like 44 goals this year, all competitions, but it was the second half of the season. He had like 20 goals at one point, and it was like 17 or 15 were one-touch finishes for 20 goals. That's all he needs is a one-touch header, one-time shot.
Yeah, that's
give him the ball, man. He's clinical when it comes to finishing. He'll put that ball in the net from anywhere, anytime, and any way.
Left or right.
Bicycle kicks, headers, left or right, man. This guy he's efficient beyond belief.
But there's two things. I don't mean to interrupt. There's two things. One thing is that you can't argue based on the style he plays. You can't argue because Messi does this and that. He's better than Ronaldo. Because for all I can be a defender and say I think Jerome Boateng is the best in the world because he's the best defender in the world.
I get back like the
dribbling and passing.
But what I'm saying is that the reason, like, all things considered, Ronaldo has been that touchline winger that Messi was, and he's adapted his game as he's gotten older.
That's fair.
And we're gonna have to see, like, Messi's entering his 30s now. Will he be able to adapt his game? Because I really
100%.
don't think, like, you know what I mean.
He's already adapted.
And then also you have to
mental stress.
You have to factor in that Ronaldo has also done it at both stages, with his club at the highest peaks or whatever you want to say, and at the international level.
That's where Ronaldo has the edge right now. It's because he won that Euro Cup.
But even that, sorry man to cut you off, but even that edge of winning the Euros, man, you look back, Portugal got through because of the new rule. They should have never been there. They had a bunch of draws going in, but
when it mattered most, Ronaldo came alive.
But Ronaldo missed that final. Eder came alive.
He was able to win with a crap Portuguese team.
My question,
with his leadership and the few goals he scored.
My question is, did he win or did he have help from the rules? He didn't finish that final.
Both.
And Portugal won.
I think it's both.
Yeah, but I don't think Ronaldo.
Hey,
I don't think Ronaldo's 2016 was as impressive as he's had other Euros.
But would they have been there without him? Would they have gotten that far?
Would they have gotten to the final without Cristiano Ronaldo?
If the rules were the same, if it was World Cup rules, they would have been knocked out with Cristiano.
But with the rules and all the results that came about, and Ronaldo up until the final where he got hurt was without a doubt the best player in the tournament.
Hell no, he wouldn't have. But my point is, his performances were okay. They were okay. They were
okay enough to win them. That's the thing. He was okay, and they won the Euros.
No, but he didn't win it for them. He didn't play in the final. That was all hard.
What about the games before that?
But if he didn't win if Eder doesn't score that goal and they lose to France, we're not sitting here saying he was the best player at the Euros.
We're not.
But that's my point.
Griezmann probably gets Ballon d'Or or something.
But that's my point in that Ronaldo wasn't that great in 2016. He had a lot of fortune, and of course, with the hard work, there's fortune. But he didn't get his team out of the group stage, technically. He got a new rule to help him. Messi's never had that rule. You know what I mean? And I'm a Ronaldo guy. If I'm picking a team, I'm putting Ronaldo. But I don't think it's as clear-cut as Ronaldo's better.
I think it's both. It's not one or the other.
Give Messi that help.
The biggest difference is not the word efficiency. Because when it comes down to it, you can say Messi has the better dribbling. Cristiano has the better heading. I think Cristiano has a little bit better of a long-range shot, but Messi has better passing. But when the biggest difference, that I see,
I'll give you that.
The biggest difference that I see with CR7 and Messi is that when the going gets tough, tough gets going.
Oh boy!
So CR7,
wow,
never heard
no,
that.
what I'm saying is, look at Euros.
The tough gets going.
Look at Euros. Look at Euros. When Cristiano got hurt, he came off the field. What did he do? He started cheering on his team. He gave them the will. Yeah. What does Messi do? He does not do that. He goes back to the locker room.
Plus, this may be the best point you've ever made.
Because I wasn't expecting it.
That's the biggest.
You know what it does have to do with?
It's the determination. That's the word.
It has to do with your mentality. And we have to look, Messi, I'm not saying there wasn't
He's the
a
best
crazy
soccer
amount
player.
of pressure, but he did resign from the national team, right? Under that pressure.
But it
missing
wasn't under the
PK.
pressure.
Biggest difference.
No, it was the media. It was the
was the
Argentine
media and the
FA and the media.
threats. It was a business decision, not the stage is too big for me.
No, but think about the Euros though, because Messi's not that type of guy. Where Cristiano's on the touchline, basically being an assistant coach, if not being head coach.
I agree with you. He's not that type of guy. I agree with you.
And then Messi
What's
would have
that got to do with football?
because he willed his teammates on.
Being a leader.
Messi goes to the locker room.
Messi, timeout.
We're talking everything.
No, we're talking about everything.
Time
That's
out.
the
These
biggest.
guys, we
Time
gotta
out.
split hairs.
Timeout on this Cristiano Ronaldo sideline. It didn't do shit for the net.
Yes, that did, dude.
Dude, it
in the Euros, yes, that did.
Have you seen goal?
You don't know that either.
Dude, it was all him puffing his fucking peacock feathers and just strutting it. Just for
And
the
guess
camera.
what? Those players, they're going
It
because
was
of
for
him.
the
You don't know
cameras.
that.
What I know-
That
no,
little
what I
extra
know is-
1%.
exactly.
All you do is
What I know
You
1%.
guys are telling me that Ronaldo's more competitive than Messi. Wants to win.
No.
more.
no,
I'm not saying in general, but I'm saying is that he's able to spew it verbally more to his teammates
What's
than
that got to
Messi
do with
is.
football, man?
That's the biggest
No,
difference
Ronaldo's
between
actually
Messi
one of the
and
worst.
Cristiano.
Ronaldo's criticized
Look,
for being
look,
a bad
look,
teammate.
look.
When a teammate doesn't pass to him,
But-
he yells, he
but-
screams.
yes, that's
he
true, but
Gestures. But so then, what's that on leadership?
I actually just had this talk
I've
when
never
we
heard
no, I've
players
actually had
ever
this
come out
talk
and
with
say Ronaldo's
parents.
bad.
It would be
I've never
suicide, dude. It
had
would
a
be
problem.
suicide.
I've never had a problem with a player yelling, depending on what they're yelling actually, because look, Cristiano, he has a bad trait for pouting, for whining, but
At
at the
his
same
teammates.
time, when he wants the best out of those players, he will yell at them, and guess what? They deliver. Messi, what does Messi do?
I've played on
Messi
teams
comes
before,
down
man.
a little
Look,
bit.
I've played on teams before.
He
I'm talking about that
shy.
specific moment when he was cheering them on. I've played on teams before where someone goes out, they get hurt, and they may not be able to play, but it's a big player in your team, and he's still there. Like, yo, let's go, let's get these dudes. And there is that psychological sort of boost that
But
you
I don't
do
see
get
that-
from that.
I don't see
I'm not
that-
saying that
was that-
won them the game by any
Was that
stretch
the
of
catalyst
imagination.
in them winning?
Hell no, it
no,
wasn't
it
the
was
catalyst.
Lauren Koscielny's pussy bitch ass.
That's it.
That was the catalyst.
That was it. If
I'm
literally,
giving Eder some credit.
literally,
Yo,
if
look at Madison
Koscielny
Chris.
doesn't slip, that game is 0-0 going into PK,
Body.
then it's a toss-up, man. Like, yes, was it a
I'm
good?
just
Is
saying,
it a good
and-
thing
and
to do?
What about
Catalyst?
Messi leaving Argentina? Because we have to look at now. I'm looking at just like
Dude, Messi
when you
left
get that
'cause it-
pressure, that crazy amount
Ronaldo
of pressure.
doesn't get death threats, dude. The country, the whole
He
country
doesn't?
of Portugal, no, he doesn't.
doesn't get
Country,
internet
in a
death
final,
threats?
dude,
in the
from
final,
Instagram, random people trying to influence.
Yeah.
The country of Portugal loves Ronaldo. They know what they have. The country of Argentina, this is a second coming for them. They've been here, done that. This is the second Maradona.
Yeah.
He gets death threats when his team loses. The FA's against him because Maradona's in their ears telling the pressure. So I'm saying it's just different, man. You can't compare the two national
and
stages.
oranges.
It's apples and oranges.
I'm
Yes,
not
they're
mad at
both
that,
national.
but
And I'm still a Ronaldo guy, and I'm
you gotta
over here
look at the
defending
whole
Messi.
thing.
I'm still a Ronaldo guy.
All right, let's look at the Champions League earlier this year. Was it the quarterfinals? Quarterfinals. It was right before the semis.
Juve?
Juve, who are that rivalry you have between Madrid. You know,
Yeah,
they
for
just
sure. A
played,
couple
they
of
just-
finals together, yeah.
And they came back, and they could have easily won that game. And then
Ask Buffon.
if Juve could have won that game if Buffon doesn't commit a penalty, which whether you argue with
Oh, it wasn't.
whether
He didn't commit the penalty.
whether you argue if it's a penalty, I think it was Benatia.
No.
Whether you argue it's a penalty or not, that's a different
It was a
story.
penalty.
Ronaldo, chance to win the game, puts it away. On the other side, you have Barcelona and Roma.
No, PSG, man. We talked about this 2 years ago. The PSG game, Neymar comes in, scores 2 goals to get them past PSG. Penalty in like the 90th minute.
No, but
Messi took the first one, 90th minute. He's like, no, Neymar, you take this one. I can't handle the pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
but how
talk
many,
about- no,
but
but
how many
let's-
goals has Marcelo or Sergio Ramos bailed Ronaldo out of? You know what I mean? They both get bailed out
no,
sometimes.
but that's
his
not what
point-
I'm
that's
but
just
what I'm
his
saying.
point.
But what I'm saying is now you go to the other side, Barcelona and Roma. This is the whole mentality thing. Messi, those two legs, invisible. They were up what 4-0? They were up 4-0. No, 4-1 because of the away goal.
Yep.
They're up 4-1. And in the first game, they won 4-1 and he was invisible. In the second game, he was even more invisible and they lost.
Guys,
So, like,
but it happens, man. I understand you guys are trying to.
That's
split
why I'm
hairs,
saying- but
But
that's
I'm
why-
saying these points for me, man. They don't separate these two players.
But that's why I said earlier, like, with 3 touches, Ronaldo can have a bigger impact than Messi because literally in that Juve
all
game,
it takes.
he probably touched the ball 10 times that entire game. The one of the touches was a goal. With
But
Messi, how many times did he touch the ball against Roma at the
But can you
Olympic
not give Messi that edge then, in that his team relies on him to do much more than Ronaldo does? Ronaldo has guys like Sergio Ramos winning Champions Leagues for him with late goals. He has guys like Marcelo bailing him out, scoring goals. He has guys like Gareth Bale coming off the bench, scoring bikes.
Modric,
I think it's
Messi, when
style.
Messi doesn't step up, sure, his style. For whatever reason you want to give
But you
it to
can't
him.
say
I'm not
Messi
talking
doesn't
the
have a
reason.
team that can't bail him out. That's up to those players.
Absolutely, and his team didn't bail him out, and now we're criticizing Messi. You know what I mean? It's like criticizing Ronaldo for the Champions League final he had. He had no effect on that game whatsoever. But he still gets a Champions League, so we give him credit for having 3 in a row. The Euro finals, he yelled from the sideline.
He scored like 13. He scored like 13, 14
Agreed,
goals.
and Messi was Messi was just behind him too, carrying Barcelona. And the one time he needed them to bail him out, he didn't. That's what I'm saying. I can't see these points as actually no. Ronaldo is better because Messi lost against Roma.
When the cement is still wet, it's hard to.
Yeah, we're not
finalizing.
I think
we gotta wait till
who's ahead right now.
Yeah, we gotta wait till they retire. We gotta wait till they retire, man.
They'll be equal. I'm saying we're in this weird debate. They'll be equal forever, man.
So it
will be lumped together.
So
right?
it sounds
their
like
fates will be.
Yes, you guys are almost jumping on what I said earlier with the fact that Messi will make another jump once Cristiano starts fading, because I don't think he's winning a Ballon d'Or after this year. I think Cristiano's done with winning Ballon d'Ors, and I think Messi's gonna win the next 2. I think they're gonna make it a whole money grab. I think there is corruption. I do believe that they're going to make this.
Dude, the I do believes are starting to come out of you now. I do believe that we will win. I do believe.
Dude, and for me, that's again
Senator.
Just because you have more Ballon d'Ors
Kennedy
doesn't make you better.
And
Messi is going to have more Ballon d'Ors than Ronaldo. There's no question about that.
And the thing for me is also the thing that gives Ronaldo the edge is that he's done it in the Premier League, and I'm a firm believer that the Premier League is the best league in the world.
It is. Man, I think Messi could still come and I think Messi could come to the EPL and douse.
He'll never come.
If he's not coming if he goes to Man City, man, he will douse everybody. But speaking of CR7, man, and talking about his future with Real Madrid and whether he's leaving or not before the World Cup, Tiki sent us a great article today, early this morning.
Oh, word! I didn't get that. Word.
Rise and shine, man, in the papers. Apparently, it's reported that he wants a mammoth 1.35 million pound per week. If he's to stay with Real Madrid.
Wait, what?
Obviously,
you didn't read that article, huh?
No.
It doesn't read anything, man. But like, so this is all projected. He currently earns 375,000 pounds a week. Messi and Neymar are at 673 and 619 respectively. That's over $500,000 a week. He's sitting on 375 a week. It's unlikely he'll get the 1.35 million a week. In pounds, which is just fucking ridiculous when you convert that to dollars, American dollars or euros, even.
$70 million a year.
$70 million a year before tax. I think it's a starting point. This is what I want.
Sure. I'll settle for $750.
Give me 800. Give me 800.
Dude,
man. But I'm fucking. If you want to keep me, man.
There's only one other club in the world who can pay that.
Or Man City.
Man City, but PSG. They won't get Ronaldo. PSG. That's it, man. So you do a quick little
Dude, that's
swap.
what he's doing, man. He's just throwing up this number. Who can afford this?
Yeah.
And I just agree with Huss that he won't win another Ballon d'Or. Imagine CR7 goes to PSG. He's going to shatter all Ibrahimovic's records for that first 1 or 2 years.
He's already 33.
And then...
Doesn't matter.
He's going to score 150 goals in 3 years.
Champions League to PSG as well.
That's what I'm talking about.
If he wins in the Champions League, he goes down as he's won a Champions League with each team that he's played for. If he wins the Champions League at PSG, if he were to go to PSG.
But again, soccer's a team sport, man. Of course he'll have a nicer trophy cabinet. That's why if Messi wins more Ballon d'Ors, for me that's a bunk argument. Cute. You want more. But it's a team sport. Individually, you still can't separate those two. As I get older, man, I'm saying it's a tie, and it's always going to be a tie.
If Cristiano goes to PSG, he is basically taking himself out of the running. That's basically saying, I don't want to be a Democrat. I don't want to be a Republican.
Unless he wins the Champions. Unless he wins the Champions. That's the only way he makes himself relevant.
History within the league, and it's Ronaldo, and you have to recognize that.
Look, Tom,
if Neymar leaves...
If he doesn't win a Champions League or get to a final and score like 2 goals...
The Champions League is a must.
He's irrelevant.
He'll be top 3 if he gets 50 goals.
Put it this way, though. Yeah, but we're not talking about top 3. We're not talking about top 3. Because top 3 doesn't matter. Top 2. 2 only matters. 3 doesn't matter in Ballon d'Or nowadays. So when it comes down to it, no, it doesn't matter. So when it comes down to it, if Neymar leaves PSG and Cristiano takes over for him, we're about to see the real Cristiano because he doesn't have that Real Madrid squad behind him. He has PSG.
Not the real Cristiano because we saw the real Cristiano at Man United.
Real reality. Like reality's gonna set in for this guy.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna be able to rely on another guy.
Mbappe,
because look, we all know that Real Madrid is better than PSG, and Mbappe might be leaving too. You never know. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying
we understand what you're
an
saying.
Incredible scenario.
It's just going to be a lot of transfers real quick in the next 3 years. There's going to be a lot of heavy news going. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Speaking of Real Madrid, while we're on the topic, who do you guys think is going to be hired as manager?
Dude, they're talking about Conte. They're talking about Pochettino. Although Harry Kane just signed a 6-year, which means
Conte is not about that life, man. I think he can go.
Who's available though? That's the question. Of course, they want a bunch of people.
Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan
Rodgers.
To be fair though, it kind of sucks that Stevie G just signed with the Rangers.
Stevie
G. Yeah, Stevie G.
Stevie G.
Stevie G just
Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers.
The Rangers are out in New York.
Rangers.
No, it's Rangers.
Rangers.
Not the Rangers.
Oh my God, people. Oh
the
yeah.
Spurs.
The Spurs.
San Antonio?
Oh my God.
It's Rangers, just like it's Celtic, not Celtics.
I don't even want.
It's like different. Hey man, don't piss off the Scottish people, dude. The Old Firm derby, that shit'll fuck you up.
They'll come for you, bro. I'm telling you, they're crazy out there.
Yeah, Scott Brown over there. But anyways,
what do you think? When they hire someone, who's it going to be?
Honestly, I have no idea who they can pick who's better than Zizou.
We're talking reality though. Like we're not saying the guy who comes in is going to be better than Zizou. Snacks is just saying who's coming in. Yeah. Whether he's better or not, that's a different debate. Who's coming in?
What if they brought in Enrique from Barcelona? Oh my God, just a win over them? Oh, that'd be great news right there.
You don't have a real answer.
Oh my, no, I really don't have an answer because I don't think anybody knows because
no one knows.
That Perez guy is just
we don't know shit in
crazy.
Here, dude. We're just in here talking shit. No, I think, dude, if
this is facts, bro, we talk about
Sir Alex from the bed,
from the grave.
Man, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a no-name dude. Gonna get 1 year. It's gonna be ugly at Real Madrid for a year. There's gonna be a clean of house. Old guys out, new guys in, and then next year, I think they'll pick up a guy like Conte, maybe even Klopp.
First off, Klopp, I don't think he's gonna go. But also, I think that I don't think that Real Madrid's going to hire.
It up when you said that.
I don't think.
That's my angle. Finally,
I don't think Real Madrid is going to say a manager until the end of the World Cup.
Pochettino?
Because they're still working on low from Germany.
Next year.
And Pochettino, he already came out saying that I can paraphrasing, I can say no to Real Madrid.
I said it. Pochettino's not going. Harry Kane signed a 6-year. There's no way Harry Kane signs a 6-year without knowing who's the manager coming in.
So
Pochettino's
let's look at World Cup.
For 1 year.
Let's look at World Cup managers because we haven't heard any rumors yet because when it comes down to it.
Arsene Wenger?
Count it.
Stop that.
Arsene Wenger to Real Madrid?
Shit.
For a year, right?
Arsene Wenger.
Dude, I said it on 242.
Let's go, Wenger.
I said it on 242. PFC 242.
I re-upped.
Dude,
hot take.
1 year, give him a shot. If it's ugly, you fire him anyway.
Hold on.
Dude, there's no one available. That's the point. There's no one available.
Jurgen Low. Germany.
He's busy,
if he leaves, man.
No, think about him having to go through a World Cup and then come back for preseason and get all this shit.
If he wins the World Cup, what else does he have to do to?
He might win the World Cup. Like you said, Huss.
He's already won.
That's what I'm saying.
In the group episode, you said Lowe managed teams, 9 teams before he got Germany. Yeah. He might realize I'm an international guy, so maybe he might retire from Germany. He might take over somewhere else.
Trust me. Personally, I don't want him. Well, if I was a Real Madrid fan, I wouldn't want him to be the manager. Because I think it's more system over manager.
Whoever comes after Zidane is going to fail. Let's face it. Like, you're not winning that 4th Champions League.
Dude.
Which is why you should appoint Arsene Wenger, an older guy. Dude, he doesn't have a track record of winning the Champions League. He's just going to be a caretaker.
Okay, listen.
Play the way that play a pretty attractive way.
While you're working on the next guy.
Well, hold on. Shut up. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Sax, go ahead.
Are you?
Shut up. Just kidding.
I respect my guess. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
He said, "Shut up."
You clearly want it more than I do.
I do want this. All right. I want this because it's very accurate and it's 100% true. All right. So Arsene Wenger's biggest folly at Arsenal is what? He tried to let the players run the team, and they couldn't. They didn't have the strength or the spirit or the ability to do it.
Couldn't get over the hump.
But that's how he likes to let the team do their thing. Not really, lets them play. Real Madrid just want to play. They don't want to coach on them, barking at them, yelling at them, screaming. They want a guy who's...
He wants them to set the basis.
Ancelotti, who's a Spanish guy who won the World Cup. Del Bosque. Vincent Del Bosque. He won 2 Champions Leagues with them. All the players were Steve McManaman. He's a very laid-back guy. Let us play our game. That's what Real Madrid needs. They don't need Jose Mourinho. getting up Sergio Ramos' ass. And dude, Mourinho, you haven't been here before. You know, who are you to say anything?
Sounds like you're making the case for Wenger.
Wenger would be. I think he'd be a great fit. You know, he could go there. PSG would also be a good fit, but now that's been taken by Tuchel. But I think at least for a year or two, man, give Wenger a chance. They already have a star-studded squad. You just need a guy to rally the troops. Not even rally them, just give them some sort of game. Yeah, caretake. He is legitimately. They have Florentino Perez. He runs the club. The players run the club after Perez, and then you need the caretaker manager. Zizou had the experience and the legendary status to do it. Mourinho's got the experience to just sit back, let them play.
Did you just raise your hand?
No. Can I speak? Can I speak now?
Yes, you're in the back.
So going off that, I was hoping Tom wouldn't say it, but I really wanted to come out and say Arsene Wenger because that's what I said on the Faux Brits. That's why I really wanted you guys to listen to it. Unfortunately, it didn't come out yet. But the reason I think Arsene Wenger is good is that he's a good manager. He's a really, really good manager. But Arsenal's faults, especially in the last 5 years, I think are more than what I mean. You can't put no blame on Arsene Wenger.
Market.
The transfer market, you can't deny that he was the shield that took all the blows when all the fans were yelling and screaming that they didn't have a transfer budget because the owners don't want to spend.
It wasn't his fault.
Exactly. It's not.
Share the blame, man. But
you can't. I have to say, signing players like Mustafi, Granit Xhaka, players like that. That's on Wenger. That's his scouting report. He made
the players you signed. Yeah.
Right, but
and developed.
Now, if you look at it, look at his last Arsenal team. It's an amazing attack the second half of the season with Mkhitaryan, Ozil, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. At least on paper, fantastic.
Lights up.
That back four. I don't care what you say about Koscielny. That is abysmal. Hector Bellerin is really.
You know what?
Koscielny dropped off.
History could repeat itself very well with Real Madrid when Arsene first came in to Arsenal, taking over for George Graham.
But he wouldn't be a long-term thing.
He had guys. He didn't. Tony Adams was there. He
had
guys
he wouldn't be a long-term thing.
Exactly. So he didn't recruit guys defensively. He kind of lucked up on Sol Campbell.
He created Henry.
But he was able to get. So he already had a solid defensive base. I think Real Madrid already have that solid defensive base.
You're right.
And he'll be able to, if he comes in, just focus on the attack. He won't have to worry about it.
No, exactly. No, and that's the thing is that he's going to come in and he's going to have not only an amazing attack and an amazing midfield because his midfield
is the best midfield in the world.
Exactly, right? So just that whole team, they Al was saying, they just need some guy to steady the ship while they look for someone.
Let them enjoy themselves.
I've heard that they're going to sign Guti. I think
Guti's been with the youth teams, man. He's a club captain, club legend.
He's the guy that they want. But I think Arsene Wenger is the perfect fit because if you look at everything, all things considered, look at Arsenal for example. They didn't sign someone who was up and coming. They didn't want to take that risk. They signed Emery because he was.
He's up and coming, man. Emery winning a Europa is impressive, but you're up and coming.
No, but he has experience. He tried to holler at that dime. He hollered at that dime.
But he got PSG and what happened?
Look at Arteta.
That's what happened.
Who? What?
Unai Emery. He bagged the 8. He bagged the 8 in Sevilla. He tried to holler at that dime, at that 10, and PSG was just nah.
Well, the problem with PSG is that Neymar came in. Neymar's like, "Nah, this is my team, bro.
Yeah, that's
I'm not going to listen to you. Who are you? What'd you win? You don't do shit, man. This is my team."
I just think Wenger is the perfect fit for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Right now, he would steady the ship. They could easily compete for the league and stay relevant in the Champions League, and then it would be a swan song for Wenger.
Question is, does he want that pressure, man? And so far, he
wants to keep. He didn't want to leave Arsenal, and he wants to keep managing. Where else would you see him,
dude? I'd see him at maybe going somewhere in France, going somewhere nice and easy, taking a fat job in Qatar, taking a job in China.
National team, maybe. England.
Maybe even a national. Maybe France when Deschamps walks away.
I don't know how driven he is because remember he did come out and admit that this was early. He wanted to finish his contract.
Dude, but this guy, he lives and breathes the game. He's got no life. His life is the game,
that is true.
Which is almost sad, but it's also you respect it because this guy lives and breathes scouting,
barely living, barely breathing.
For me,
that's funny when we say Wenger. When we say
so what does it come down to?
Oh, it's a shame
because he got knighted.
Yeah, dude,
he went out on top.
So when it comes down to it,
fizzle.
Haven't won shit since the mid 2000s.
That would actually be fun to see Arsene.
Relevant.
That'd be fun to see Arsene with Real Madrid because then he would actually be with all those players that he could have signed.
His name is Arsene, not Arsenal.
I said Arsene.
Keep going. No,
well, anyways, Arsenal, it's all the same to me.
What does it come down to?
It comes down to being the best championship team.
Tag it up. That's real.
It comes down to.
What happened to Mike?
It comes down to. When it comes down to it, is the best stadium in the championship. Anyways, so when it comes down to it, I would love to see.
Jesus, dude.
I know
that was on purpose.
I know that wasn't that.
No, that was.
Oh man! But
Come on, Huss, get this out.
We got Laurent Blanc. We got Louis Enrique. Sam Allardyce.
What about him?
What the
These
hell?
are managers that don't have a contract at the moment. David Moyes.
Get
But
outta here.
same time, so that's why I'm giving you a little bit more momentum for Arsenal because there's not many, unless if you're an international manager, there's not many managers out there.
Laurent
So it
Blanc
very
is
well
in.
could be Arsene for 1 year.
Should be.
See you later.
I'd like
Go
to
become.
see it. I think he
hitting-
deserves it. I think
Man,
he
I'm
deserves
hitting
it.
that backtrack. I did say Wenger originally. Since then, there've been no linkage to him, no news whatsoever. I haven't
no
even seen
to
Wenger
anybody.
hitting.
No, this is what I'd like
I'm
to see.
saying they're going with a no name like Guti. Someone brought up Guti. They're going with a guy who's unfortunately going to be the whipping boy for the next year. They probably will come in second in the La Liga, if that.
Gotta be.
Knock out a Champions League in the round of 16 quarterfinals. Then they'll be like stamping their feet saying, we need that next dude. I don't know who that next dude is, but they're not picking up Wenger or a big name.
What about Figo?
Figo again is a no name when it comes to
FIFA president?
managing. I mean, no name coming to managing. They could pick
Corruption.
a reputable guy like Henry to come in
It's
there,
not
but like,
disrespect to Guti or anything like
yeah,
that. It's
but
just
like
an
you haven't won
experience.
shit.
All right. Well, switching gears
To the
here
World Cup.
to back to the World Cup.
I just realized we haven't done anything about the World Cup yet.
No, we
We're
haven't.
talking
What do we
about-
have?
talked
But like
about
we
who's
haven't
gonna
like.
win it, and we all
Well, we
came
haven't
out-
really done the actual.
Well,
World Cup
keep distracting from what I'm going to say, and we won't.
When does it
We'll
come
never
back
get
to
there.
us?
You know.
yet. You did too. You did too.
So,
Oh my
so
God.
my pick for the World Cup and many World Cups before this and Euros and everything. I'm an England guy. Since the days of David Beckham.
Lingard's the number 7.
Since the days Lingard's number 7 man at this World Cup. Since the days of David Beckham, man, I've always had a soft spot for England. Don't know why. Always let me down in the
Last
end.
won it in 1966.
Tony Adams came out and said that England are not going to win the World Cup because Tottenham Hotspur players don't know how to win.
That's true.
And he fears England's chance of the World Cup would be affected by their lack of success.
Okay, so
thank
who
you,
knows how
thank
to
you,
win?
Pochettino.
So-
Wait, real quick. Who knows how to win in
exactly.
England then? Because Manchester United had a lot of players on England. Guess what? They won nothing. So I mean, if you
hey, I'm not. I'm
no,
just-
I'm
it's just a funny
going
comment.
at Tony Adams,
Dude,
Why are
because
you
when
going at Tony Adams?
because I want to go at him because you can't go at Spurs like that because when it comes
Wait,
no
pause,
why
pause,
because
pause.
Because they
every
never
single
Best team in
club
London.
every single club had players in England and guess what they did shit.
Anyway,
Wait,
Tony Adams
before we
was out
finish,
there
before we
playing
finish.
too, winning the league, and he shit
Look,
either.
if you
That's a
won last
bunk
year, like
point.
man, if you won an FA Cup and then this year you didn't win anything, okay, that's different. What cups has Spurs won since they've been on this?
But to
Pochettino
blame it on
run?
Spurs,
Bro,
we can
it's-
blame
it's-
every World Cup on
it's
another
tongue
club.
in cheek because he's an ex-Arsenal
Nah,
player.
that's
going
tongue
at
in
the
butt cheek.
Spurs.
fucking got him.
so cheesy, dude. That's so cheesy. That's tongue in cheek, bro. Whatever, it is tongue in butt cheek.
Tony Adams.
Before we get back into
But
this,
it's real though. To some degree,
Case
it's real because
closed.
irrelevant.
it's not.
It's
It's
irrelevant.
not irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Later,
Tony
Tony
Adams
Adams.
was winning. Sol
Fucking
Campbell was
Anthony.
winning. Scholes was winning. What they do in the World Cup? Nothing. So whether you're winning or not, close to what? The quarterfinals.
but that's all I'm
Please, man.
saying.
It's irrelevant.
Later, bitch.
Tongue in butt cheek. Tongue in cheek.
It's over. Who's winning the World Cup? Golden.
So Golden Boot.
Yeah, Golden Boot, dude.
All right. Well,
Keeping us in it.
Harry Kane's got a serious shout, but I just want to stay in the English national team for a second.
So
Jordan,
did Wayne Rooney.
Cause that's back to back.
That's the word.
Fucking,
What
that's
was the joke there?
That's a bad. Rooney wanted to be on England because he sucks. Get him out. That was a bad
He
bat.
didn't want to be on the national team. He said,
Yeah, he did.
Dude, they said, hey, come back. He's like, nah, I'm good. Anyway, Jordan Pickford is going to be the starting number 1. I know we talked about, Joey Hart, Toast, Butland's in there, Forster's out, fringes, but Pickford looks like he's going to be the number 1.
Oh,
I
love
think
handles?
he's going to be a love handle.
Love
yeah.
handles?
He's
Love
fat
that.
now?
He's got a little.
he got some
he's
love.
got a
Jordan
little
Pickford,
butt
the
about
skinny-
him.
he's chubby.
You got some
He's a
lovies, bro.
Anyway, man, dude, this team, the last game they played in the warm-up to the World Cup, it was funny that the commentators from England, or the people reporting on the commentators, were shitting on the team, as usual with England, saying that, like, oh, Danny Rose got down the line, great crossing to the box with his left foot. It's like, that's his dominant foot. He should be crossing the ball well. No one scored on anything from the left side, but they're still praising this guy. It just shows the mentality of England, where there's low expectations, but like you're promoting and you're complimenting.
You know what?
But it's just like there's no real chemistry there yet, seemingly. But you got Harry Kane, who's gonna be captain, Captain Kane. Fuck you, Jordan Henderson, you piece of shit.
Oh, fuck off. Come on, really?
But, dude, if Harry Kane can have a season like he's 41 goals last year, people forget that he scored 41 goals. If he can have a season again this year, and 4 goals, at least 5 goals, England have a chance at something.
I still think, man, I think England will be helped by lack of experience. Tony Adams obviously was joking, taking shots at Tottenham. But I think this England pressure, bro, you're saying that the standards are low. I think the standards have been way high for England, and rightfully so. They've absolutely choked. That left foot comment, whatever, that's a fleeting comment for me. But in general, when the World Cup starts, half the world expects England to win it, and so do their fans. And they never do.
As long as they got Marcus Rashford out here doing Elasticos, they got a chance.
England has been the most overrated team for the last 18 years because there's so much money involved. No, because they expect more from it. But you know what? Real quick, because you brought up Danny Rose, and I really want to say that I hope everything with him is cleared up because he did have a legit case of depression and like bad thoughts.
Aaron Lennon?
Yeah, well, not that bad because Aaron Lennon went on he was like drowning in the deep end. No. Danny Rose was in the deep end. Aaron Lennon was actually drowning in the deep end at one point. But when it comes down to it, Danny Rose came. Oh shit. Danny Rose came out and said that he's been dealing with depression for a big time. And I know that people can say millennials with their depression.
He really wanted that transfer move, man.
But no. Honestly, though. With the chemicals in our food nowadays and everything like that, I don't want to make it too broad.
Here we go.
But I do not.
Chemtrails, baby.
Come on. I do not really, and with social media as well. Like,
sorbitol in the gum. Oh my god.
No, realistically, I'm giving condolences to Danny Rose. I really hope that you can find your way because I really don't want another Anthony Bourdain or Kate Spade type of shit right there.
Anthony Bourdain's still undecided.
Sad, dark shit.
That's what I'm saying. Keep it moving.
No,
let's go back to football.
But I just want to give a little shout out to him because I like that dude.
I'll sneak
Golden
in
boot,
here.
right?
Golden boot, right?
Yep.
First off, I just want to say the reason I was trying to interrupt Al earlier before he started the topic. Patrick Vieira just left New York City FC just now. On my watch, it said.
Oh, breaking news.
So that's breaking news. So that
did he go on your watch? Did he go on your watch? Oh, your watch doesn't get it? His watch gets it?
Where's he going? Where's he going then?
Where's he going? Rumor has it he's going to go to Nice. I'm not trying to get off the topic of the Golden Boot because I really want to talk about that. But rumor has it Nice, but he could slide in for that Real Madrid job. I think no problem.
Ooh.
But
that's a problem.
That's a massive problem.
Imagine, remember that time that
that's another discussion. Another discussion for another day.
I don't think Vieira should do that to himself.
Another discussion for another day.
Whooping boy.
Golden Boot. I mean, I'm going with the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, this is the best Portugal
player coach.
This is the best Portugal.
Player captain coach. I love it.
This has been the best Portugal team probably since that Euro team, which was not very good to begin with. Joao Mario is balling right now.
Euro 2004.
2016.
Rui Costa, Vigo, Cristiano, Deco, Maniche.
Deco, I love Deco.
Who am I missing here?
This is I was
Carvalho.
I was literally 8. Like this was before my time.
2004.
Yeah.
You were 8.
I wasn't an analyst back then.
You and Al are like the same age.
I'm like 20. I'm turning 23 in a week.
He's 26.
Yeah, I got 3 on you.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the point. I think everything's good. I think like this year is set for Ronaldo to kind of take the World Cup alight. I don't think they're going to win it, but I think he's going to have a great World Cup. He's going to be. I think he's going to be playing that number 9.
How many goals?
I think he'll have 6 or 7 at least.
Jesus Christ, man! Dude, but since he's got 3 all-time World Cup goals, he's gonna get 6 or 7. I love it. I don't care. I love
6 or 7 because
bring it on, baby.
Because the last time he wasn't a 3, he didn't win like 3 Ballon d'Ors off the bounce. He didn't break records like he did like in the last World Cup. He was still like not saying developing as a player because that's not true. He's been molding his new game as a true poaching number 9.
And this could be his last World Cup.
I mean, Charisma can still put a ball in there. They have Nani probably coming off the bench.
Nani's not there.
Gelson Martins.
Nani's not going.
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, dude,
they have a lot of...
Dude, you just get across the ball. He's going to be in the box. His heading ability is second to none in the world.
Exactly.
Give this guy any chance, any sniff, leave him open for a header.
If he's in the 18-yard box, no matter what angle it's at, you're at risk of conceding a goal.
That's the one thing that Real Madrid... That's the one thing that Real Madrid have because Cristiano is 1A. Gareth Bale. I was going to say Christian Bale. Batman. I'm Batman.
Cut this guy off, man.
Gareth Bale is 1B. because these are the two best at like winning aerial battles. They are the best. Tell me something better than Gareth Bale.
I don't know. Tiki thinks.
Virgil van Dijk.
No, I can match you.
What about Lukaku? Hey guys, what about Lukaku?
Sorry. I was saying more of a
Cavani.
Number one header of the ball of all time. Peter motherfucking Crouch.
Yeah.
Let's go. 6'7", dude.
Okay. Yeah, but he can't run. He more or less needs still to where he has.
Okay, as far as technical ability, Cristiano, the best executor. Well, look at his goal in the 2008 Champions League final against Chelsea on a header. Unbelievable. He leaps 4 feet in the air and snaps the ball into the corner. No chance.
The biggest thing about that, though, is that we saw in the sports science and everything like that. He only needs a split second to see where the ball is going to end up.
Well,
no one knows what you're talking
about. Explain the sports science.
So, anyways, ESPN will have a sports science where they'll basically take a cross and they'll shut the lights off.
There you go.
And as the second hit, the lights shut off. Cristiano hit every one, basically.
I think it was 3 in a row.
I think it was, every one. Where we need maybe a second. He needs a split second.
The raw tape. Oh,
yeah.
Did you shoot that again?
I could totally see that. But at the same time, though, to be that high, that means you have to judge it so well that you need the ability, you need the time to get that high as well. So he's able to judge that ball.
I don't know what we're talking about.
So you're going golden
boot, Cristiano Ronaldo?
Tom, golden boot. He's got Cristiano. Hussey, who do you got?
You better say CR7 after that.
Tell me who you got.
Us.
Man, I got Muller. I think he...
Yes, my man!
Who?
I think...
Thomas Muller.
Muller of Germany.
I don't say that with the accent.
Look, I think Germany will go far. I think he'll have a great World Cup. He's had a great year.
That's the key, though, going far in this tournament, man. Getting out of the group stage. You just need, if you score one a game for 8 games or 6 games, you get 6 goals.
That's why getting 3 goals is actually a pretty big
it's
accomplishment.
huge. That's why in the group stage, you son of a bitch.
You just do.
Who's the bet on
Hernandez, Chicharito.
Chicha.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That bet's still alive, bro.
Hold on.
The one. I thought you were going to sleep on it. No, man. Golden goat. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Brazil. I want to say that I think Brazil will still end up winning the World Cup. It'll be more split, like 4 goals, Neymar, 4 goals to whoever, and 4 goals so. But Muller, I think, will get that golden.
Dude, he's already got 10 goals, 5 in the last 2 World Cups. Euros, he's kind of been a lame duck. But dude, World Cup is his fucking jam.
Y'all mofos are sleeping. I'm going to give it to Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann, you look at the group he's in, man. I think that has a lot to do with it. You leave a group with 4 goals. You only need 1 or 2 in the knockout stage. He's got Australia, Peru, Denmark. Whereas Ronaldo's got Spain, Morocco, Iran. Sure, you can say Morocco and Iran struggle, but very athletic teams, those ones. And who else did we have? Who did you have, Tom?
He had Harry Kane.
Thomas Müller.
Thomas Müller, man, in Germany. He could do it, but for me, I've seen him playing a little bit deeper. Timo Werner seems to be that number 9.
He's not really the main striker anymore.
Müller, yeah, that's why I don't see it.
He's playing on the wing now.
That's why I don't see him getting it. But, man, he's historically he could, man. Klose was a true number 9. He got it, so he's chasing that record. Klose's in the coaching staff as well, so we'll see.
I'm down to 2 people.
Come on.
Diego Costa, Spain, but I'm going to go with Lukaku of Belgium. Because Lukaku of Belgium. Because
not bad, dude.
Because
Lukaku? He said Lukaku.
Yes, I'm saying Lukaku because he's going Panama, Tunisia, and then England. Because, look, England has not the best goalie. They don't have the best defense. And Tunisia... Well, obviously, Tanzania.
Oh, no,
Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Not Tanzania.
Come on, guys.
I know what that is.
You were trying to say Twanzibi.
No, I'm talking about the most northern.
Axwell, Tunisia.
Yeah, fun fact, they're the most northern part of Africa.
Sweet.
More north than
You didn't know that, though. You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know that?
Are they more north than Morocco?
And then Panama.
That's a lot of fun.
I can tell you right now, because there's a lot of chances for Lukaku. There might be a chance that Lukaku gets out of the group. Lukaku gets out of the group stage with 8 goals.
Hey, man, it's possible.
There's a chance.
Dude, of course.
There's a legit chance he gets out.
Pick him up for fantasy. That's all.
Because if he gets out of the group stage with 8 goals, they have another probably 2 games.
Group stage? Are you crazy?
So many goals, dude.
Double hat trick.
You could see. I could see
8 goals in 3 games. That's a lot, bro.
I could see 3-2-1-1.
And have England in that group.
3-2-1-1.
That's 6.
Oh, sorry.
It's 4 games.
Yeah, 3-3-2, whatever.
There's no way.
The double hat.
Listen.
That's a fish.
Yeah,
Dude, listen,
Lukaku,
don't
nah,
bite that
man.
hook.
Lukaku,
could.
No, look, Lukaku, I think he could, but
No.
8 in the
He
group
could.
stage,
I'm saying he could.
Hey, Antoine Griezmann's got Australia, Peru, and Denmark to
and he
score
was top
against.
in Euro.
And he was 6 goals in the Euros, which
Hey,
is
you know,
nothing to sneeze at. It
that-
wasn't 4, it was
What about
6.
England's group?
6
No.
goals, 2 assists. Dude,
That's
Australia,
a good one. That's a good
Peru,
one.
and
Because
Denmark.
France is going to fizzle out. You're right. France is going to do
compared
well
to
in the group,
Belgium.
and then they're going to fizzle out. You're right. So that's a good one. Griezmann,
It's
maybe.
not guaranteed
Al,
at
who
all.
you got?
That's tough.
He said Harry Kane earlier.
No, Harry
No,
Kane.
that was earlier. Different discussion.
Different
Golden
discussion,
Goat, You
man.
putting your money on him, though?
I was going to say Harry Kane again, man.
You could, dude.
I could.
I mean, that's a good
Listen,
shot.
listen.
But it's either between Harry Kane and Neymar, man, because Neymar's group is also not the strongest. He's got Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia.
That's a lot of goals.
But dude, but he's gonna get past the group stage. He's
what
gonna
I'm
get at least to
saying.
the
That's a
quarter
lot of goals in
semifinals.
that group.
And
Alright.
fuck, dude, I got
Assists.
Neymar.
I'm taking it back. Firmino.
No, you can't take.
I mean, you said
Can't take it back, bro.
You
You
said-
said
no,
you
that's
said
just bullshit.
Lukaku.
That's just bullshit. That's just bullshit. I'm going to say
Sit in that
Lukaku.
grave.
But why Lukaku? What
Dude,
evidence?
what's the hate on Lukaku? He's comes to Man United, scores 30 goals. There's
Right,
only
you're a
5
Man
other
U
guys
fan.
who've
I don't
done that
get
in
it.
the history of Manchester United. Is
He didn't
is
have
his
30.
touch
He had
shitty?
27. He had
Okay,
27.
20
Bad touch. Leslie goes to Raheem Sterling. That stands out for me a lot.
Dude, Raheem Sterling had a silly. Anyone on City this year gets a pass because they had a silly year. They broke 13.
I
goddamn
honestly thought I was
records.
taking like an easy bet by saying Lukaku.
No,
I was like,
go with it.
and you're like, oh, Lukaku. I was
Lukaku's
like,
a good shot.
are you kidding me, dude?
It's not
Listen,
just-
listen. I benched him and I won in FIFA.
Snacks. Troy Deeney.
It sounds like you're choking any snacks right now.
Dude, Troy Deeney could have 20 goals on Man City.
100%, dude.
No.
100%, dude. 100%.
Just
Not
fed
literally
all-
Troy,
Mel,
but like
just fed
70
all
to
day.
this point.
It's a
All right,
fucking
let me ask you a
conveyor
question.
belt.
Let me ask you a question. I remember, like, I think it was the very first time I appeared. We were
You
talking.
got your
period?
No, when I
heard that
when I appeared on PFC.
I heard it first time I got my period. I was like,
When I
wait,
first
It is
appeared
exclamation
on the
point.
show,
I heard you, Snacks.
Gabe
Try to
cried.
clear that up.
Let's get it.
Oh my God, did you
I
cry?
asked you.
Did you? Did you
All right,
cry?
there you go.
I didn't-
Shut up.
Alright,
Snacks. Snacks, go ahead. Let the man speak.
Yeah, seriously.
Or-
let me get
or
my
bleed.
moment. Anyways, we were talking, and I said Lukaku, he's not a good player, whatever. And then I said, well, Zlatan had 30 goals, and you said that's the class that you have to compare it to. So who's better right now, Zlatan or Lukaku?
He's young. That's it.
Who's better? You have to say. Right now,
As of
2018.
today,
Lukaku.
Lukaku.
That's
Zlatan didn't score any
Hey,
goals in
hey.
the Premier League.
Snacks. For
But he
you.
didn't play in the
Snacks.
Premier
He was
League.
hurt.
Yeah,
Snacks.
boom, roasted.
But he
better.
scored, and he had more goals in the Premier League in his first season. His one season in the Premier League.
Yeah, last year. We're talking about the past.
At
We're
the
talking
end
about
of his
present.
career, at
When he had so
35
much
years old.
experience.
Yeah.
And he scored more goals than Lukaku did.
Dude, Zlatan, Lukaku had 25 last year. The year before the last, he had
Okay.
25
And he was
goals.
scoring at Everton.
For
Never seen
Everton,
Zlatan at
Everton, he had
Plus,
25
you saw him at
league
Ajax.
goals.
The fact that you
I
compare
saw him
him
at
young.
Inter.
to
I saw him at-
Zlatan is a compliment. Like Zlatan's one of the greatest
24
strikers.
like 25
What
now.
I'm saying is what I'm saying. I'm not comparing Zlatan in total. I'm talking about Zlatan's time at Manchester United compared to Lukaku's. Zlatan had a better year.
Well, hey, let's compare age, man. All right, when Zlatan was the same age as Lukaku, give me a second, Wikipedia.
Oh, this could backfire.
Dude,
Zlatan
okay,
was
he's
a
at
boss.
Juve 04-05, 16 goals in the league.
That's what he
In
got.
Italy.
Lukaku
Is that
got
crazy?
16 this year.
The next year, Serie A, he had 7 goals, 35 games.
okay, keep going.
All right, Inter, he was 15-17. His last year, he had 25. So let's not jump the shark here and go crazy.
Hey,
lose,
he hasn't
lose-
putting up
go off
30
the
every
handle.
year.
It wasn't until he went to PSG where he fucking started scoring 30,
What about
38.
Barcelona? He had a good year at Barcelona.
Barca,
Yeah.
he was there. He had 16 goals, 29
Again,
games.
Yeah,
That's
but at
Lukaku.
Barcelona,
That's
he got
Lukaku got
benched
16.
because
Yeah.
Messi complained.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There was
the
no,
whole team was
hold on.
crazy.
Speaking on that, I've been
You
reading-
asked for Barcelona. I didn't bring up Barcelona.
No, let me explain why. Because I recently bought Zlatan's biography, and it was like 2014. And the first
That's
chapter of
what I
it is about his time at Barcelona. And he says, I had more goals and assists than Messi. Messi complained to Pep, and Pep benched me. Is what he
Because
said.
he didn't play the style, man. He's like, I'm not going to play this.
He was better than
Results.
Messi.
So who's
Playing-
better?
not playing the style. It had nothing to do with the style.
After that decision,
Barcelona
who's
does.
better, Messi or Zlatan? After that decision.
Well, Messi.
So it seems like it was the right decision, right?
you could say that. No,
Kinda
no. Because they were already top of the league at that point.
Yeah, but
That
Messi
team was
knew what he had, dude.
super stacked,
Top of the
bro.
world.
That team
Look,
was
Look, and
stupid.
you got me shitting on Zlatan. Yeah, that wasn't the intent of this. I was just defending.
But what I'm saying is that
Lukaku.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to shit on Zlatan. I can't, dude. He's a beast. He's an
You know
absolute
what? You know what my
beast.
main problem is with Lukaku, and
His
it's
first
not
time.
because of Lukaku. It's
He's
not.
black.
No, it has nothing to do with. He's really. I don't think he's that good, right? But like, if I didn't have Marcus Rashford, I would start Lukaku.
Dude, Rashford's not ready for the number 9.
Tell that to the goal he scored last.
Dude, we've
played him number 9, and he's either failed or he's had success.
Out of the blue. Out of the blue,
man. And here's the thing: you can't deny Lukaku his aerial ability.
Dude, his hold up.
Look at Man United.
Holding the ball.
Man United is.
You guys are
a
crazy.
crossing team. He scores goals with his head a lot,
Dude,
and he's physical enough to play with his mouth.
Maybe 4 goals with his head.
Even
4 goals with his head. Maybe.
How many has Rashford scored with his head? Okay, so he's a better aerial threat. Ibrahimovic, when he was scoring goals, he was an aerial threat. Man United play with the big center forward, cross it into the box.
Okay, so bring in someone like a Mandzukic, not Lukaku. I would bring him in.
Smoother than Mandzukic. Yeah. Lukaku can actually dribble at people.
Lukaku's hold-up play,
100% smoother than Mandzukic.
And even before that, Lukaku carried Everton, man. As soon as Lukaku left,
25
Everton almost got
goals.
relegated, dude.
25 goals.
At a mediocre
they
club.
finished
They almost got relegated. They fired their manager. They were in the relegation
fixed
zone.
it up, and now
Take it easy.
Snacks.
Take it easy. Snacks is fasting. He just doesn't have that extra nutrition going to his brain at the moment.
Check the window.
He's making chop suey with my brain right now.
8:23 is when
I can tell you right now, because Lukaku's there, Rashford, you're never gonna be the starting 9 for United.
And that's the thing that gets
week
me
in,
upset.
week out. No, he's not gonna be the week in, week out guy. He's gonna be the winger. He's gonna be the guy supplying the ball.
Necessarily, that's a dangerous
all it
assumption.
takes is the FA Cup or whatever Carling Cup, whatever the fuck it's called, Carabao, Carvalho Cup. It takes one of those tournaments where Rashford is given the number 9. He's given his chance, which he's been given before, and he's failed to produce. It's not like he hasn't been given the chance, but he needs to capitalize on his opportunities. Jose will see that. All right, I gave you.
But you
have
to factor in.
Scored the goals.
And by the way,
I want to see the two. I want to see 2 up top.
Thank you. By the way, at England, when he was playing at England, he wasn't playing number 9. He was playing a shadow, dude. He was playing like Lingard plays. So that goal he got was from the right wing position. He received the ball at right wing. Vardy was ahead of him. What's going to end up happening? It's going to be like Lacazette and Aubameyang. Aubameyang starts out wide. Lacazette starts at number 9. But you watch him play, it basically becomes a 2-forward system with shadow.
Let players like that play like that. Give them more freedom.
I think it'll come, man. I think it'll come, especially once you have class like Fred. It'll become more movable.
Hey, you guys are talking about Lukaku is more proven in England than Fred is. So if you're really going to jump on Fred's bandwagon, like Lukaku's bandwagon is much bigger. It should be at least.
Of course it is, but we're talking the midfield. The issue with Man United wasn't the forward. The forward scored 16 goals, 27 overall.
Fred got some big boots
that's
to
where.
fill.
You know what?
Hold on. Give me 20. Give me 20. Give me 20. Give me 20 real quick.
Dude, got big boots.
Of course, but no one's expecting him to be Paul Scholes. Right now, the boots is going to be patient.
Cleberson.
Dude, it's like saying,
hold on.
Brazilian
Hold up.
He's got big
put it this way.
There's no boots to fill if he's
saying
the
striker got goals, but how many times did he get the goals when you really needed them?
Because he's young.
Preach.
Dude. He's absolutely now you're against Lukaku.
No. I'm even playing fields right now.
Dude,
I'm
how many did Pogba come through for us?
That's what. No. I believe
that's the issue at United.
Arsenal gave me alive.
Look.
All you can do is look at how this guy came in.
Production of the year.
His production at Shakhtar.
Look at his age. 3 more years, that'll be his prime. He's still, or 2 more years.
But that's the thing.
He's building. He's still building.
And he stepped up to Man United, and he wasn't shy. He is for the big stage.
He was the dude calling out Pogba and shit.
I like it. I like this
consistent guy this year. Him and De Gea.
16 goals doesn't win you the league, and I'm in it to win the league. I'm not saying you guys aren't. That's not
true. But 16 goals in his first year, no one at Man United except 5 other players, including Ruben
He's for real.
He's for real. He needs time.
Zlatan did it. Zlatan did it
at the peak of his powers, or close to.
He was 35.
But he didn't do it at 23. Al just showed you at 23.
With a stacked team.
But what I'm saying is that
you're ready to give up on
this is the argument we had before. Is you're saying at 28 he'll be at his best. I don't see the reason why I should wait till he's 28.
Hey, dude,
because that's football.
Hey, man, it could be next year. It could be he could get 25.
There's no evidence to support.
Dude, he just said 25.
Dude,
he had 20. He had 25 goals
since he was 18. He scored over 20 goals in all competitions since he was 18.
The evidence is
but I want to win the league, and he hasn't. Other than last season, he hasn't produced in the league.
Statistically, if Man City hadn't won, the average league points, I think, is like 87 or 88. So United would have lost the league by like 5 points. We weren't that far off.
But we still would have lost.
I'm not saying some years we would have won. Man City had a freak year.
Lukaku was the main issue. If they had Lewandowski or Suarez, please bar Messi and CR7. But if they had guys like that,
true striker,
Man United would have won the league this year, in your opinion.
I mean,
would have got 100 points. They would have got 100 points.
Even if Harry Kane was on that squad, like,
hold on.
It's not good enough.
You're not going
That's
to
why I'm
win the
excited.
league against this Man City team this year.
But let's look at it. Let's look at both of the Man City games that Manchester United played. The second one,
you beat them, right?
one of them we beat.
One of them, yeah, you split.
The second one, we beat them, and Lukaku was invisible.
Okay.
The first game, both of the goals were Lukaku's fault. Both of the goals.
Okay, so he had a bad game.
He had two really bad games, and imagine in that early season game, if you put Lewandowski up there, I guarantee you we could beat.
Okay, so then Man City wins the league, they get 97 points.
No, hold on. That was an early game, like November, December-ish.
Yeah.
So that's still early in the season, we can all say, right? If we beat Man City, everything could change. They lose early. They don't have that whole swagger of beating.
I think that's too big of an if. I'm saying we have to look at what did Man City do? What did United do? What did Lukaku overall do this year? You compare them, man. And for me, the history that Manchester City made, regardless, if you bring in CR7 or Messi, those are the only two guys.
If Lukaku had scored 16 goals in 30 games, 30 Premier League games at most, I would be impressed. But it was 37, I think, is what because he missed a couple. He missed one game. I know that. Where 16 goals isn't enough for me. That's a goal like every 3 or 4 games.
No one's saying it's enough. What we're saying
how many assists did he have?
What we're saying, not many. What we're saying is it's promising, dude. We're not saying 16 goals is all we expect from a Man United forward, but from a guy who's coming from Everton with the whole media against him saying he's overrated, and of course he has a horrible touch. He came in the first year and he put an S on his chest. Outside of De Gea, he was our most consistent guy. Matic too. Matic had.
I wouldn't say he has an S on his chest, but he's a good compliment
issue. He's not even
at the moment. He's a good compliment piece, but look, I don't have the compliment piece. So I don't have all the stats in front of me. But think about the last 4 or 5 years.
Keep talking.
Tell me a striker that's been better than Lukaku.
Harry Kane.
Okay, that's one.
Aguero.
Lewandowski.
2.
Aguero.
But look at the guys.
So is he top 5? Is he top 5 in the league the last 5 years?
Top 3.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Lukaku is at that price tag, and he's at that club where he should be at this level,
at that age. At that age,
Look
though.
at Harry Kane. Harry Kane is doing 10 times the amount that Lukaku's doing at the same age.
No, but it's a lower
coming in at a later time.
It's a lower pressure club, smaller
but he's still scoring goals.
Okay.
He's still scoring like 40
Give it
goals.
time. Give it time.
Right?
It's
so
gonna
Harry
happen.
Kane's been there since he was a
Fine. I'll make you a bet right now. Lukaku gets a golden boot in England next
2 years. 3.
I was gonna say.
I'm not
I was gonna
waiting
say 4.
5 years.
I was gonna say 4.
I'm
You
not
want to say
waiting-
5?
I'm not
I don't
waiting.
think
Fine.
I'll
3 years. 3 years.
I'll give you 2
3 years.
I'll
3
give you
years.
2 years.
I was gonna say 4. You're gonna say 2.
But you saying he's not gonna
so let's
make
do
it.
3. 3 years.
be a bro.
You're gonna say 2. I was gonna say 4. So let's do 3.
We were to sell him to Leicester City. He could score 30 goals a season.
Hey.
I don't care. But at this
that
level,
Let's
he
do 3
can't
then.
do it.
Let's do 3 years. Let's do 3 years then. You want 2. I wanted
in
4.
4 years,
What's that
guys.
bet?
We'll be
What's that
back.
bet?
Meatball sub.
Put it in
Mark
the
it.
books. Which PFC
It's always a meatball sub. It's always a meatball sub.
2021.
Oh,
We'll be back.
welcome to the show. It's always a meatball sub.
Okay. I'll take it.
Handshakes are
And a
on.
30 rack of beer.
What's
So
the
we
bet? What's
have
the
meatball
bet?
subs, play FIFA, and drink beers.
That's okay. That's fair.
Oh,
Dude.
I pay for everything. If I lose, you pay for everything if you lose.
Snacks' ponytail is gonna be longer. Huss's gut's gonna
Oh,
be
shit.
bigger.
I could have cut it off. Oh, my God.
hey, no,
We
no,
could have.
Snacks, you know that-
Oh, my God. I didn't even
Snacks.
think of that.
Snacks, the bet you make with Hussey is that he can't shave his mustache for a year.
Oh, I love that.
Fine, but I can cut that. I can shave you
I'm
then.
not willing. I'm not willing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not willing to risk it.
Exactly.
You know how silly you
I haven't
are.
cut
But,
the top
all
of my
right.
head.
First off, I would have to shave because I work with children.
No, fuck, dude.
I'm a school.
all the more
reason to
I
keep it.
teach.
Oh, that
I
porn
teach,
star
and
stash
I'm a
is
coach.
That's
I
brutal.
can't do that. You know I can't.
Working with kids.
Oh,
my God,
ba-doop,
that's pretty
ba-doop,
nasty.
Doop,
Darren.
doop, ba-doop, ba-doop,
yeah,
boop,
my bad.
ba-doo-doo, ba-doo-doo, do-do-doo. Is that a bald spot over there?
Huss.
Hey everybody, this episode of the Pockets FC show is brought to you by Hims, a new wellness brand for men. We've all seen the Wayne Rooney post-hair transplant pic, and many others like it, and I think we can all agree, not pretty. Hims looks to avoid this awkward situation by helping to curb your hair loss problems proactively and discreetly. Why wait until you're a cue ball before you decide to make a change in the way you look? Get that hairline back from your teenage years, unless you're Vin Diesel. Hims will help you regain your confidence with the ladies or men without having to undergo any drastic surgical procedures or dodgy medicines as seen on TV at 3:30 a.m. What's the problem? Besides us trying to squeeze through the door to take a piss,
Come on, Huss.
66% of men lose their hair by age 35. But the thing is, when you start to lose it, it's too late. The solution, 4hims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness for men.
Hey, now.
And maybe women. Hey now. Thanks to science, baldness can be optional. Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat hair loss. There's no waiting room, no awkward doctor visits. You save hours by going to 4hims.com. It's so easy.
Too easy.
Answer a few quick questions. A doctor will review you and prescribe you products that are shipped directly to your door. There's no hospital visits, no waiting around, no commuting. Nope. You go to work, you come home, shit is waiting. The stuff is waiting for you. Okay? So, if you order now, our listeners get a trial month of Hims for just $5 today, right now.
What?
For free, while supplies last. See our website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or a pharmacy. So, to negate all that, go to 4hims.com/FCsoccer. That's FORHIMS.com/FCsoccer. One more time, Tom. 4hims.com/FCsoccer.
Intent.
Nice.
Before we move on, I have to ask you one.
Because we're waiting for us.
I gotta ask you one quick question. Continuing the debate, if you are a manager, you're a manager of Manchester United, and you have the choice to get Lewandowski because he is available.
29 years old.
Doesn't matter. Just saying for the upcoming year.
Yeah.
Lewandowski or Lukaku.
Am I only playing 1 year and then I get to rebuild again after that, or do
Well, it's Manchester United.
Lewandowski.
It's Manchester United. That's how we
I think
operate.
Lewandowski, man,
if I get to
RVP.
re-pick my team again next year, Lewandowski. But if I get to buy a player and I have to use him for the rest of the time, Lukaku.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's younger, dude.
You guys are all
Lewandowski's
nuts.
Dude, he's 29 years old. Lukaku's 24, 25.
Yeah, man. I don't
Dude, he's
like.
got time.
I don't
He's
know
not
what's
there yet. We're not
Be a
arguing
little bit
that.
more patient with him, man.
Yeah, we're
Like,
not arguing that Lukaku
But a lot of
is
people are
Lewandowski
saying. But a
level.
lot of people are saying. Here's the thing: for 75 million, whatever currency that we bought him for.
Yeah.
I expect.
This is what I want to talk to you
You're
about.
forgetting that he's playing for the top 2 or 3 biggest club in the world as a 24-year-old. And the job that he did for this team, under the pressure and the team and the criticism, dude, this guy performed to a T. Holding the ball up,
You know why?
busting his ass, running his socks off. Dude, this guy did everything in his
He
power.
didn't want to start the FA Cup final.
Let me take it
He
here.
didn't want to start the FA Cup final.
How do you know
Because
that?
he was hurt.
No.
Injured ankle.
Dude, he was hurt.
What do you mean no?
He was hurt. He missed the last 3 games of the season. He was hurt. And he knew he had a World Cup coming. What do you mean no? Now you're making
just don't like him.
personal.
Nah, Mourinho came to him.
Yeah,
But he came on late on. He came on in the game, didn't he?
Yeah, he couldn't start.
Why couldn't he start if he could come on?
Fitness test.
Would you
Because they
rather?
do fitness tests, they do
Hold
fitness
on,
tests
hold on.
every week.
No, Snacks.
They
It
do
doesn't
fitness
work
tests
that
every
way.
week.
It doesn't work that way. When a player comes off injury, they don't start you and then pull you off in the 20th minute. You usually start at 60, you get 45, then you get 90. So he can't start because what if at 30 minutes he's like, Coach, that's all I
It hurts
got.
too much.
That's
Yeah.
all I got.
Now all
Now
of a
we're
sudden,
making a
morale
sub at
drops
30.
because he has to come
Whenever you
out.
come off injury, you never
I'm just
start
saying,
and you
When
come
you
on in the
talk about
60th.
price tag and you speak of 75 million, you have to factor in potential. You aren't buying these players just for the
For 1
immediate
year.
product. You're buying it for that and potential. That's why
For the
guy
next
like
10 years.
Neymar
But you guys are
is
saying-
worth what he's worth. That's why these young guys who get bought, it's inflated because you have to factor in the 5 years potentially of their production.
Or the sell-on fee that you'll get.
Yeah, you have to
And
look,
forwards
look at
always-
them, what they're producing now, and then you kind of just look into the future and project what
and
could
marketing.
they potentially
And
do.
forwards are always inflated at price anyway. Forwards are always go higher
It's
than
potential,
they're worth.
man. You pay that much for
They're the
potential
sexy position.
and-
They're the ones that
agree.
score the goals.
I agree, but when I watch Lukaku play, like when I watch Raheem Sterling play, like he just doesn't have end product. Like maybe whether you want to argue it or not,
18 goals this year.
No, inside inside 12.
I love
Bro,
You're
he
right.
missed from point blank against us. No, you remember that? He
Inside
hit
12
the-
yards.
hit the-
Inside 12 yards.
Said end product though. That sounded like end product. 18 goals.
No, I'm not. No, but I'm not. Here's my thing: is like 2 years ago, you could say he has no end product, he can't score, but you pay for that potential. But he has everything else. He has all the tools. Lukaku doesn't have all the tools. He's a body. He's there. He's big.
What
doesn't utilize it.
is he lacking? What is he lacking?
There's one thing he's missing.
Besides a clinical first touch, what is he lacking?
There's nothing else. He works hard defensively.
finishing is
Dude, this guy is
finishing-
6'3", 220. He runs like a fucking deer.
His finishing isn't
Are
great.
you kidding me?
His
You
finishing
kidding me?
isn't
Get the
great.
ball off.
His finishing
Get the
is
ball
pretty
off.
Fucking good, man.
I mean, he had a
He
shot
came
at
in-
point blank range against Ederson and hit it right at him.
Of course, that happens to everyone,
Right,
man.
If you're gonna,
That happens to
pick and
everyone.
choose
No,
moments
point blank.
like this, if you're
Point
gonna pick and
blank.
choose
If you're
moments-
good, you
every-
score that. You bury that. That's the.
Here's a thought for you.
he's not world class.
If
yet.
you switch Sterling and Martial, did United win the league?
No.
No.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Who are you looking at up there?
Martial will probably get
thinking
two
because
goals.
how many? There were at least 3 games. At least 3 games. Sterling won for. City.
Look,
PK.
So that's 9 points right there.
Look, no.
That's 6 points right there.
You
That's
could
not.
say
You were right the first
No,
time.
no, because they would have
Because
tied.
what
so that's
about
3.
Anthony Martial going off for 20 goals and 10 assists for Man
Thank you,
City?
dude.
What about that?
Huss,
You gotta
you're looking
factor
at-
in
yeah,
the
man.
system and the quality of the
If,
player.
I don't
if
believe
Martial
that.
was
I
given
don't
the
believe
freedom, he came in the first year was United's
talking
top
for me.
scorer.
And he's more clinical.
It was just a little fun thought.
All right, yo.
It's not fun.
Group of death.
No,
Let's
no,
do
no
it.
such thing.
Who is the group of death in the 2018 World Cup in Mother Russia?
I have no idea.
Is there a group of death?
I'm going to abstain from this because there is no group of death.
Abstain.
All right, I'm going to abstain from this bunk
Open
question.
those legs.
Okay.
This is a World Cup with no group of death. I'll explain to you guys why, but go ahead. Go around.
I mean, I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at Group D: Argentina, Iceland, Croatia,
Group of
Nigeria.
dicks.
Boom.
And
Yes.
that's what you were thinking.
D for death.
Let me say why. I mean, Argentina are obviously the favorites, but can't sleep on Nigeria. They beat Argentina recently, and they've been on hot form. They got those fire new kits that sold out instantly. That's rare for a football kit. They have great players.
You're really bringing in the kits.
They got Kelechi Iheanacho. I think he's a baller. I think he's an absolute baller. They have Alex Iwobi. I mean, he's shown that at the national stage with like internationally,
Can I
he's been
stop
really
you?
good.
Can I stop you there?
You can if you want.
All right.
Hating on Arsenal again. this year.
Ouch.
Group of death, man. You know what group of death is?
There is no group of death, so I'm picking
Exactly.
this
That's all I said.
That's all. Hey,
Boom.
that's all I'm looking
But,
for.
but,
Because-
if you,
let me- let me tell you-
but if you're to look at this, you can make a case for every team. Iceland,
death,
who had
man.
the Euro run of a miracle.
They're tricky groups, but there's no group of death.
Yeah, there's
Dude,
a different
hey,
definition.
2006
Go ahead, Al.
World Cup,
Thank you, dude. That was
Argentina,
Come on.
Netherlands,
Give it to me.
Ivory fucking Coast,
Come on.
and then you get the big robots in Serbia, Montenegro.
Come
Two
on.
countries into one. That's a group of
Whoa,
death.
you're talking about multiple countries that didn't even make the World Cup
That's
this
our
year.
point.
Yeah, let's
They
look
were
at
No,
the-
because the better clubs made it this
Hussy,
year.
Hussy, this year, Serbia,
they are.
Hussy,
Sweden's better than
Hussy,
Italy.
Serbia,
They made it.
Serbia's
You got to trust
Hussy.
the process.
Serbia's
No.
in this World Cup, and Argentina's in this World Cup. Netherlands missed it by a point or a goal difference, and Ivory Coast, they fucked
Okay,
up.
let's compare these
But
groups.
that's a group of that. That's talking about 12 years ago.
Fine, let's
Okay,
not discuss
Argentina-
whether
This is
it
media
is.
drunk.
Let's just say
Let's look
which
at- let's look
is.
at- Let's look at Croatia.
That's a group of death.
To me, Croatia. Okay, look, this group is stronger, no doubt. This group from which World
Yeah, you
Cup
can
is
have your
it?
strong.
06.
They're better than
2006.
Italy.
We're talking about
World
in
Cup is
relative
stronger.
to this World
But
Cup.
when you look at Croatia as well, Rakitic and Modric, to me, Modric best
Mandzukic,
center midfielder in the world.
Perisic,
And they have guys.
Kovacic,
And then
Who's
you
their
look at
Chic.
They have no
Mandzukic.
forwards.
Mandzukic.
Yeah, but let's
Yeah,
be real,
they
there's
don't
no
have
forward.
that. But they have
Mandzukic
arguably
isn't-
the best
what?
midfield
Wait,
on
what?
paper in the
I'll-
tournament.
I'll give you that.
Right, so that's their
Best
strength, not in
defense.
the forward.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying this group is strong
Whoa.
with Netherlands. Then you look at Iceland. Iceland to me is the one that kind of drops the quality of
For
the group.
sure.
Nigeria, I think you can look at their history, what they've done in the World Cup. They're always going to be a
But
tough group.
not since the 90s,
But-
Nigeria.
But this is a different
Hey,
Nigeria.
for a group of death,
Yes,
you need-
agreed. But not
we'll
since
see
the 90s.
after this World
It's
Cup.
a lot
We
of.
may
It's
be
too many
looking back at it.
questions on these teams for it to be a group
Not
of
for
death.
me.
You need-
If Iceland finishes fourth, is anyone upset? That kills
you
the
expected
definition.
that. But
no,
in
no,
that-
but that's my
even in
point.
that
That kills the definition of group of death.
But you're not.
it doesn't
We're not
always.
talking
That
about.
doesn't-
you
Okay,
need-
let's say group of. Let's change the term of group of death. We'll say group of death for the 2018 World Cup, where you have to pick one,
Yeah.
life or death situation.
Okay. You need two big boys.
Three.
At least
Okay.
two big boys. I'm talking Group B, Portugal and Spain, or
No.
Group
There
G.
are none.
No.
Group
you
Group
don't.
G, Belgium and England. You got two big boys in those four teams.
Then you
But
got
there's
two
the-
big
and then-
teams,
and then-
you got
and then-
two
Yeah.
soft ass teams. It doesn't work.
That's not how
automatically
group of
what
death
I'm saying.
works.
Big
Group
dog.
of death works.
For
The
me-
way a group of death works, is you have
There's only,
three and
there's
one
only,
has
there's
to
only
miss
group
out.
of death if you have at least two big boys and at least.
I say group of death, you need three big boys. For me, if I was to pick a group of death, it would be Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and Korea. Germany's gonna win it. Any of those three teams could win it. There's no Iceland in that reputation. Sweden's coming in having beaten Italy, so they're a reputable
Nigeria's
team.
not too resolute either. You
So
know?
Nigeria's
you think Sweden's better than Italy?
Came off of beating England
No,
in
I
the
don't.
Euros.
But
Okay.
I'm saying they're better than Iceland.
They proved
No,
it. They proved it.
They're not better, dude. They
They
won
proved
a
it.
game
They
just
proved
because
it.
you're better.
They proved it.
Okay, so then whoever wins it is better.
Well, yeah.
So
I mean,
Portugal-
From the World Cup
Portugal's-
standpoint, yeah.
Yeah, so Portugal.
Because guess what? Italy is
Portugal's
better than France when they won that World Cup.
Greece when they won were better than any other team in Europe.
They
no,
were in
When
that
they-
tournament.
Yeah,
in that
tournament.
In that streak. In that.
dude. No,
You
it's
have
not
to
better
trust
because
the
they
process.
didn't play everyone. They
Well,
didn't play every team.
They didn't play Germany.
They had a
True.
run.
They had a
man.
run.
But you know
Yeah,
what?
that's true.
You guys
No,
and
I see- I
trophies.
see.
You get so
No,
hyped.
No. It's not
weird.
about the trophies. It's the fact that
weird.
they
He
even
says so
made the
weird.
You
tournament.
guys have been watching football
They
forever.
made the tournament, and the other teams have not made the tournament.
100%. But Sweden wasn't
Have fun
the
at
team.
home.
Yeah, but
Kick those feet up. Watch us play.
For sure, and I love that Italy's not in it. But to sit here and say Sweden's better than Italy is crazy. They won the game. They deserve to be in the World Cup over Italy.
Chemistry. Dude, chemistry. Once you got rid of Ibra,
I think it changes.
Everything changed.
It changes
just
sometimes.
You win a trophy doesn't make you the best team.
I agree with that because you don't.
That's why I always put the league above.
100% agree with that. But when it comes to qualification, I think it could be slightly different, especially when you qualify within the same areas.
Yeah, but Italy dropped points to other teams as well. You know what I mean? Like Sweden, they didn't play Sweden 12 times and Sweden went through. They played Sweden over a 2-leg game and they won, man. Is Roma better than Barcelona? No, but they knocked them out.
Exactly. That's a great point.
It happens, man. Just because you win the tie doesn't mean you're better.
I think you have to then look at it and give them their credit and say, on that day,
they deserved it. Hey, they deserved it, but are they a better squad?
On that day,
pound for pound.
So then right today, are they better? No, today they're not.
So that's what I'm saying.
They were.
That's what I'm saying. A team like Sweden right now deserves to be in the World Cup. Sorry, a little quack.
You Al just want a fucking statue on us.
Well, dude, I said, do I go to the right, to the left? I was like, I can't do that to you guys.
If I stay still, they won't notice. You're going to have to get.
Iceland was to play Mexico, Sweden, or Korea, and they lost all 3 of those games. No one would be upset about it, which makes Iceland a weaker team than those 3. Could they beat those 3 teams? For sure they could.
Look,
for sure they could.
They're not the
but
favorites
this is
in
more
those games,
balanced.
There's no group of death. End of story.
So the closest 2 things, I've actually, you know what, Tiki and Snacks, I will agree with you because you guys laminated the
laminated. Lamented?
That's I like that. I like that.
Yeah, laminated. Boom. Made it official. Laminated. Put plastic on top of that. The 2 groups that I talked about. Honestly, if Iceland's the worst group in your stage, you have
team in your group.
in your group, you have a hard group. And if you have Korea being the worst group, worst team in your group, then you have a pretty hard group there because Iceland and Korea can steal points from you.
Dude, Korea's not 6 foot 6 foot 2.
Of course, it's not the classic group of death.
This is the weakest group of death we've seen in the world.
Yes,
but it's
I'll
still,
go with you.
for this World Cup, it is the group of death.
But it's still a
I feel like
group
we're
of
all
death
arguing the same thing for the last 10 minutes.
In
I'm
every
gonna throw
World
up.
Cup,
I'm gonna
there's
throw
a
up.
group of death.
Let me ask you a
I'm
question.
throwing up.
There isn't. But that's the thing. Everyone just wants one.
I'm throwing up.
Because the definition exists. You can say there's no group of death this year, but there's some tough groups. That's what I say.
Which is the toughest group?
No. This segment is the group of death.
Whatever group
I'm
you tell
dying
me.
because of this.
Yeah, but that's not a group of death because that's the definition of group of death is not which is the toughest group.
I think
the team. It's the group where all 4 teams are balanced, where if one finishes last, everyone's like, wow, that's an upset. If Iceland finishes last, no one's going to say that's an upset.
There's always
There's not
a team
always.
that's
Here it
not
is,
favored,
2002.
a team that's expected to finish 4th. There's always a team that's expected to finish 4th.
Yes, there is to a certain extent, but not the distance. Not the distance.
But Iceland has a chance to get through.
Of course, man. It's the World Cup.
And that wouldn't be a complete shock, but it would be a shock.
It would be a shock. It would be a shock. Group in the Euros, and everyone's fucking losing their minds.
I'd put
a documentary about it.
I put Iceland and Nigeria equal.
Who?
Iceland and Nigeria
That's
are
high
equal.
time.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No, I would.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, listen, group of death. Not to be. Let's make this like the last minute and a half. Everyone get their last piece in. Minute and a half. Start the clock. Hour 45.
Boom, got it.
All right, group of death. You need at least 2 or 3 big boys, like we were saying. 2010 World Cup. This is a perfect case for what we're saying. 3 big boys: Brazil, Portugal, Ivory Coast, and then the softies, North Korea, who were just there for a paperweight.
But by the way,
they lost all 3 games. They conceded 12 goals. They scored 1. So, but the fact is that the group of death, you get 3 big teams going for 2 spots, which is almost cruel. It's cruel. It's criminal.
That's
to make
you need
Brazil, Portugal,
3.
Ivory Coast. But that's a group of death. Yeah,
but you need
unless you get 2 big boys at least, and then 2 mid-level.
And you need 3 power teams. Where if one of those teams finishes 3rd, everyone's like, "Wow, that knocked out my bracket." You look at any one of these groups, the top 2 are usually automatically decided. That 3rd team, there's not one group where that 3rd team would be like, "Oh my God, Sweden's out. What are we gonna do?"
Yeah,
that's why it doesn't exist. That's why this is like a reverse way, because there's a clear winner in this group, and then the second place is like, oh shit, anything can kind of happen.
But that doesn't make it a death for me.
Well,
it makes it competitive.
For me, it makes it the toughest group in this World Cup,
for
which
sure.
makes it the group of death.
All right, the thing is, first off, we already went over the minute and a half. But when we talk about when we talk about the group of death, we're blaming it on the groups. Why don't we blame it on the teams that didn't make the World Cup? Why don't we? No, because when it comes down to it, when you talk multiple times,
these teams that made the World Cup were the best.
Well, what I'm saying is multiple times. Multiple times we talked about.
You're at 16 when it comes down to it, by the way.
Multiple times.
They're around better than Italy.
Multiple times we brought up groups of deaths from the past. Can't talk, please. Oh my goodness, brothers.
Hey man, side arguments.
Let's like not reunite, like disband.
All right, go.
So when it comes down to it, many times,
tag it up 17.
Many times, crap.
Right,
many times. Stop, guys. You guys kill my thought process.
You kill yourself.
What thought process?
No, you guys keep talking when I'm talking. Every single time I talk, you guys talk.
Minute 40.
So every single time we bring up
90 seconds on this.
Every single time we bring up
group of death
from the past, it's always these countries that aren't in the World Cup now because they didn't make it. So hey,
Dude,
how we give a little respect to the teams that made it?
Yes, we can.
Because you're not,
dude,
though.
You're
not, though.
Dude, but no, you guys are
Thank
reaching.
you, Tom.
No.
Thank
so
you.
being romantic, this is a watered-down tournament.
Yeah, trying to say because Italy...
It's watered down because the teams didn't make it.
Italy's trash right now.
The Dutch are trash. The Italians are trash.
Don't forget U.S.
Worse than Iceland. That's my point, man, is that you guys are reaching. You can say these are the most informed teams they deserve to be there. I'm not debating that.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not going to sit there and say Sweden's better than Italy.
Okay, then that's...
How's the saying Sweden's better than Italy?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying...
At that moment, they were. I'm not sure.
Yes,
I'm not sure about present day, but at that moment, yes, they were better.
Because the score speaks. Just like Roma on that day was better than Barcelona. But I'm not going to sit here and say Barcelona is worse than Roma.
Results speak at this age, at this stage. Results speak, not development.
Let's wrap up the show with a little transfer talk, perhaps. I got a juicy little nugget about Naby Fekir, my boy.
Bang bang!
Opting to stay, or Leon opting not to sell him to Liverpool. Suck a dick. Shit pool.
Did you hear what happened?
Tell us next.
So what happened is at his medical, Liverpool were like, "Yo, we want to like lower the price. Like, well, let's get it for like 60 instead of 76." And Leon were like, "Yo, we're out."
Go fuck yourself.
They pulled out, and I got a quote actually from my man Eames from the Faux Brits. He actually wanted me to tell you this. Huss, hold on 1 second. He says, you need to pass on my thoughts on this on PFC. You have to say Liverpool are a classless rat club.
Nah, time out, man. I don't like Liverpool.
No. First off,
the reason why they reduced that price is because Fekir failed the first medical. He got a second opinion on the second medical, and he passed that one. But there was an injury issue there, or potential fitness issue.
Knee injury.
Agreed. And he failed. He literally failed the first fitness test. So Liverpool was like, wait, if he had passed that first one, we would have stuck with 76. He failed the first one. We got a second opinion, and he passed that one. But, man, we're going to put 16 million off the top. I have no problem with that, dude. I have no beef with that. I don't like Liverpool, but that's just business, man.
With all these
unless they find a replacement who's at that level or someone close to that level of
but we don't know if he was going to make it in the EPL.
No, we don't know. We didn't know Ruben Nistelrooy was going to make it in the EPL. He broke his kneecap.
Yeah, and if
waited a year and came back.
And if they asked to discount the price, that would have been okay.
But at the same time, when was the last time you heard Liverpool had talks forbidden from them? Oh wait, Southampton with Van Dijk. Oh wait, who's Van Dijk with now? So when they say we're not talking,
how long did it take him to get there?
6 months, 4 months,
screwed up.
4 months. So when it comes down to it,
you don't want to pay initial.
It's a kink. It's a kink in the armor right now. It's a little mix up right now.
Thank you.
But when it comes down to it, I'm not saying that Fekir is not going to be with Liverpool. They might just have to pay that actually, because when they bring it down, they might just actually have to pay that number that Leon wanted.
Yeah, dude, the reason.
But at the same time, I agree with you. I can't be mad at Liverpool saying, "Look, it was a knee injury." And he failed them as. And
they're not saying we don't want him.
I'm
not saying we don't want him.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, man. He failed it.
Hold on.
I gotta take the
but
new
here's
win
the
for
thing.
win.
He had a knee injury
for 70 mil or 60 mil with add-ons.
You said it was a potential injury, right? Potential.
No.
He already did have an injury.
He had a knee injury, but look at what he just did.
I understand that.
Can he do it for 38 games? Are we signing a Lallana again, where he's gonna sit 30 games and play the last 8? That's why they were like, We still want this guy. We just don't want him at 76.
It's
Leon
better.
came
It's
out and
better
said
to
he's
be
staying for the
overcautious.
season.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
will
for
not
sure.
leave. He will not leave in January because Leon.
Dude, he
obviously,
might.
things
Are you
change,
sure?
Things change.
I'm thinking he's still leaving. I still think he's leaving before August. I think they're using this.
Depends on his World Cup, though.
I think
to be
they're
honest.
using this as bait.
If all of a sudden
we'll have to
Fakir's
see.
out there doing some James Rodriguez action,
Some
you
Payet
know
shit.
someone's coming in and Liverpool's going to be like, wait, never mind, we'll go 76. You know it. Just depends on that
Yeah.
World Cup.
He's
Now,
not-
but now it won't be 76.
It'll
Now
be
they're
more.
like,
It'll be
word?
100. It'll
Give me
touch 100.
I don't think Fakir
That's
plays
what
for
it's
Leon
gonna
in
be.
October.
For sure.
I really don't.
I mean, he might be injured, but we'll have to see.
Listen to the
No,
okay,
he's still playing for.
Let-
He's
no,
still
he's
playing
healthy.
for them.
He's
All right.
healthy right now. They're just not sure if he's 100%.
All right,
He failed that
guys.
first minute.
Here's a list of 4 free transfers in England right now. English clubs speaking. We got Marwan Fellaini,
Trash.
Jackie Boy, Will Shire,
Trash.
Emery Can.
No, he's
Off
going.
to
He's
you then.
going.
He already-
yeah,
they
he's
already
going
put-
to
they
Juve.
already put him on the release list,
He's
too.
pretty much going to Juve. Then Yaya Toure also, man. Those are 4.
Yeah, to West Ham.
At different points in their career, but all 4 players.
And speaking of Yaya Toure, man, accused Pep Guardiola of racism. Pep came back.
Pep's a rat. That's why.
saying that it's
Yo.
a lie. And
Was
No,
actually
it's
racism?
it's not racism, man. It's
Like-
continentalism.
Yeah.
Africans.
It wasn't.
Because he played Naby, he played Company, he played all these guys, but Africans.
But didn't
He
you have
wouldn't
Ada, what's his name? Not Ada Bayer. Abidal at Barca before he got the cancer.
He did.
French.
Dude,
But-
yeah. You're
French.
right. But he's...
But
He
this
sold,
is
he, and he
African,
sold
but-
Torre to Man City.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Didn't he keep... Wasn't Colo there?
Where?
Not Colo. Colo was never at Barca.
The better quote though.
Yeah,
It's a bullshit claim, man. It's just him, as
No.
Tiki would say, kicking his toys.
It's him to save face. It's him
the
to save
better
face.
quote was that he was saying that Pep.
I
I
don't know,
mean,
man. I don't know.
I'm paraphrasing, but he said basically Pep was jealous of him, envious of him,
Jesus.
and that is outrageous. Pep is the type of guy that he's black and white as when it comes down to it.
You
Like,
guys hang out?
Sorry.
You guys hang
He
out?
sees-
You
he
guys
sees
hold hands?
who he wants, who he
How
doesn't
do you
want.
know that?
Yeah,
That's
you don't know
bullshit.
You can see that in
Hey,
the.
hold on,
bullshit.
time out.
You don't
See,
know
that's
that.
like saying that when Messi comes out and says, "Oh, it's not about the awards or the goals."
Goetze just ca-
bullshit, bro. He's in it as much.
Goetze
as
just came out with
Hussey, let me finish.
Mario.
Messi is in it just as much as Cristiano's in it for the trophies and the accolades and the glory. He's in it just as much. Just because his demeanor, he's short, he's diminutive, he mumbles. Oh, he's not. He doesn't want this stuff. He's a nice
Mario
fuck that dude.
Goetze
He's
just
a-
came
he
out
is
with
right.
that, saying that he loved the fact that Pep was great with tactics, but he wasn't as good as Klopp as being personable.
Yeah, he's not-
he
he's
said
manager.
he
People
said
have
that when
said
he
he's
was
cold.
not on the starting 11, where he only
Who?
Mario Götze, when he said that when he was not part of the starting 11, he got basically forgotten. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but when it came down to it, he loved Jurgen for that reason. Oh, shit.
Jurgen.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Big
Am I up to
20,
20?
man.
Shit. Alright.
Certain
So
players,
same
certain,
thing
certain
is
players match
is
with
Pep.
certain coaches.
So
and
one
I
every
think
10
from the
minutes?
When you're in the
beginning-
starting 11, or let's say starting 14, because that means the first 3
Yeah.
subs off the
2
bench,
hours.
you are thought of by Pep.
120
Pep
minutes.
never
And if
lost
you're
that.
not-
I like it.
Every 60.
And I think it's
6
because
minutes.
Look at Barca.
he looked
I
at
think it's
Busquets and
one
he
for-
was like, "Oh, Busquets plays like
120.
me. Like, I just
By-
sit in
by
that 6
20.
roll, switch the ball,
You think-
touch and switch."
10 minutes.
That was
I was
right.
right.
No, we're talking. No, we're talking.
We're doing the math on Hussies when it comes down to it. We've had one every 10 minutes for the last.
Really? Are you
2
serious?
hours.
I really said that? That
20
means-
of them.
Let's move on.
You're saying
One
that.
transfer
20, yeah.
rumor I want to talk about
Shit.
is that United were supposedly in for. This is like a kind of a retro hipster kind of pick, but Anderson Talisca, you guys probably know who that. I think he's literally what Marwan Fellaini is, but with Techers.
The
He's-
guy that's rumored to go to Liverpool?
No,
No.
it's not rumored. He's gone to China.
He went to
On
China,
loan.
but listen to the deal. It's
Suck
a
it.
6
Suck
month
it.
deal until
On loan.
December.
Yep.
Unless they play in the summer up until December, that's kind of That's like a very pointless move.
Yes, it is.
Why does he?
Money,
No, no.
money,
All right,
money.
you know what?
Point.
You know
The
what?
Yeah,
best
it's business.
things
It's a
in
business
life
move.
No,
are
I
free.
agree, but hypothetically, because he was linked with United heavy, he said Jose Mourinho, he's the guy I want to play for. Marwan Fellaini's leaving. We did sign Fred, so he obviously wouldn't have been first choice. Like, what would you have expected from a guy like that?
An
For
attacking
me,
midfielder.
for me, I think he would change the dynamic. He would be to me a poor man's version of Di Maria, not to the stats or to the play style. I just think he would bring that kind of impact where he gets the ball and runs with it. Because Pogba does that, right? He gets the ball and runs with it. But like I'm saying, Talisca would take the ball, run with
He's
it,
a
go
better
to goal,
shooter. Yeah, he's
go
a
to
better
goal.
shooter.
But Talisca for me is Pogba. He's a downplayed version of Pogba. You look at all his highlights. Everything is receiving the ball, scooping it over people's heads, turning people. He's not out on the wing doing work. No. He's in the middle doing the work. So for me, he would come in as a center mid, D mid, attacking mid.
Attacking. It would have to be. He can't play defense. It would have to be at the. It would have to be at the 10.
Either way, he picks up the ball a lot from deep. So like he could maybe like float in that position, not defensively have those responsibilities, but he picks the ball up from deep.
But he would have been a good pickup. He would have been a great pickup.
He would have been solid, but we don't know if he would have panned out. That's the other thing. Like
it depends what you
the
expect.
Brazilians, man. United.
If you think
y'all love these Brazilians.
Anderson, Champions League winner.
Jose came out and said a team is not a team without a Brazilian.
Oh yeah, he loves. Dude,
which I love that.
It's true, man. It's
so
true.
that's actually one thing I thought Klopp was doing. Klopp was actually really picking up a lot of Brazilians and everything. But the real, we brought up China.
Fabio.
Player
Rafa.
that I really think that Liverpool should go in for, or other teams should go in for, is Carrasco. Because look, he's 24 years old. He's going to be 25 in September. But no, it's not over for this guy. He's on the World Cup, but when it comes down to it, fine. 21. 1 year. Guess what? Fine, 1 year. And then he comes back. What Barcelona do? What Barcelona do? They stopped playing. They took him. So when it comes down to shit, that one I can see coming. Damn it!
Like half a point.
Oh my god! But Carrasco is the type of player that can definitely excel at the highest level.
Milk, dude.
And
it's over.
Do you believe it?
No, it's not spilled milk.
No, what I'm saying is for this season, there's no point of us talking about what's going to happen in summer 2019. We're still in
We were
June
just talking about that with
2018.
Neymar. We were talking about that with Neymar and CR7.
What are you looking at up there?
Breaking news. FIFA 19 sees new cover star. Ronaldo is joined by PSG man Neymar.
Fuck off, Messi.
FIFA 19
Yay, love it.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's the GOAT. That's what happens when he's the best.
Also,
hold on that cape.
A big thing, or do you want to talk about that?
I got
to
a transfer.
I want to switch.
I got
All right,
transfer.
so real quick about Belgium. We talked about Benteke not making the team and everything like that.
Guy scored
but
2 goals.
Chadley seems to make the team.
Belgium?
Yeah.
I never liked this.
But let's discuss this real quick. In the Premier League, he had 2 starts and 3 subs. In League Cup, he had 1 start.
You know why?
So he had 1 goal all year. So he's going for the Jack Wilshere sympathy because when Benteke, I know that he has not played, but like he went 24 and 7 and he had 3 goals and 5 assists. But when it comes down to it, though, how can you take someone?
Dude,
shit.
No,
how can you take someone over someone that doesn't play?
You're making the wrong comparison. They have a science to this. They pick a certain number of forwards. So you're comparing a forward to a midfielder. That's not right on Chad. I'm not saying Chadley should have gone. Well, who you can compare him to is Roger Nainggolan. That's who you can compare
to. That's true too.
That's true too. Benteke is compared to Batshuayi. He's compared to Hazard. He's an attacking player. He can't compete in that level.
Let's talk about it from like straight up position. So like Chadley's like a left winger. He's a left midfielder.
He's a midfielder.
He's a midfielder. Let me talk about it. So they have Hazard. They have Carrasco.
Hazard.
And then
Dries Mertens.
Dries Mertens is a striker. Dries Mertens is like actually.
But he played out wide.
He can, but he's preferred. So I put him in that category of playing up with the 9. After that, I'm not saying Chadley is the guy, but I'm saying the reason why Benteke didn't make it is he has way more to fight for. Like, he has way more to fight against.
It's a different position.
Lukaku doesn't count. I take Divock Origi over Lukaku.
Oh, shut up.
Origi had a better World
Cup.
That's
I
got another quick transfer.
We touch it, we burn.
I got another quick transfer to talk about before we wrap up the episode. New boy Victor Lindelof at United looking to maybe go to Everton, the Toffees for 35 million. He was signed for 31.5. Going to go to Toffees potentially for 35. Good profit for us, I guess. I like Victor. I think he's a good ball playing center back. I like to give him at least 1 more year at United, to see if he can cut it.
Man gets roasted.
No, I
don't get it.
Every defender gets beat eventually.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he doesn't have the recovery speed.
You don't need recovery. Dude, John Terry never had any recovery speed his whole career.
You know why? Because he was
genius.
so smart at reading the game.
Give Lindelof. Dude, he was born in England.
Don't put Lindelof and John Terry in the same sentence.
Man, what was it? Dude,
do not do that.
We're talking about recovery speed.
Absolutely ridiculous, this fucking league, man. You sign a guy for a year, has a decent year. Is he the next
Keep him.
No.
Gotta keep him.
Keep him and sign someone else. A Toby. Keep him.
Having said that,
this guy's 23 years old, and we're talking about already bailing on him.
But if his prime being like 8 years.
Look at fucking Holding and all them.
But if he goes to Everton,
hold on to those.
I think
those guys, get rid of those guys before Lindelof.
I think for Everton, man, he'd be a great signing. If the Toffees could actually get him, man, it'd be a huge signing for them. You know, you got Jagielka on his way out. Still Ashley Williams.
Yeah, that'd be a good signing for him.
But Lindelof, dude, he's a stud. I think he's a future stud for sure. He's got, dude, his footwork, his ball playing ability, and his defensive abilities.
At least to Chris Smalling coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Like, at least keep him.
Smalling,
don't buy someone else. At least keep him on the bench.
Yeah.
Let him learn.
You see Jones' ceiling. There's no more growth there. You get rid of guys like that where you know the potential's done.
But we forgot.
We still don't know who's going to be.
You could surpass Jones.
Who's in charge? Jose Mourinho. He's the guy that
Jose
if you
Mourinho
make
brought
it,
this guy in.
great. If you don't, break it.
Well, what if Lindelof
But he brought
feels like he
in
was
Lindelof.
promised something and it
No,
hasn't
Tom,
been delivered?
it's different if
you know?
Lindelof wants to leave
Yeah.
for playing time. No beef. But if Jose wants to get rid of him because he didn't
Different
perform,
story.
And he
I
had
have
a
beef.
small. He has a small sample
Isn't he
size,
bringing
yeah.
in another Portuguese defender?
He
It's
already
Portuguese.
brought him in,
That's what I'm
right?
saying. He's a Portuguese.
But he's a right back, not a center back.
But he also brought in
Well,
an African
you know
center
what?
back who
I don't-
would argue one of the best in the Premier
when it
League
comes
last
down
season.
when it comes down to Jose, right back, left back, center back doesn't matter. I think he's gonna put anybody wherever they fit.
That's so.
False.
That's not.
I don't-
That's
I don't-
nonsensical.
That's exactly what
I don't
man
That's
think
why we don't.
that
That's why we don't
makes
go off your thoughts and feelings, Hussy.
You just wait.
That's
You just
too
wait. He'll play.
hypothetical.
I just want to say before we go, it's been an honor as always.
Oh, it's been a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, you know.
Al, you missed
Hey, you got the right jersey on, man. He's
That
right.
would have been the perfect time to say, "Shut up," like you did earlier.
No.
No, he would have
No,
been.
He's a nice guy.
he's
We're
not-
United
Oh
fans.
my
The
God,
best
he's
supporter-
not a nice guy though.
What?
Huss is just
I'm
trying to stop
delightful,
being- Go ahead,
Huss.
Snacks.
No, it's been fun. Just like a closing point that I wanted to talk about.
How dare you?
Timothy, like we look at United's defense specifically. Look at Jones and Smalling. If it were me, if I were the manager, I would get rid of all the dead weight so Smalling and Jones would be gone. I'd give Timothy Fosu-Mensah a shot. This guy was a stud at Crystal
Dude,
Palace.
Fosu-Mensah. Dude, Tabith Chong's coming through. Dude,
Angel Gomes.
Tuanzebe.
Dude,
Tuanzebe.
Tuanzebe, Fosu Maldini, and
Fosu-Mensah?
Maldini.
We have a Maldini.
And
Fosu Maldini, Fosu Mensah.
and
No, make them
Tabith
start
Chong.
in next year. See how you do.
These three guys,
Make
man.
them start.
Don't forget about
Mentz is
Angel
already in
Gomes,
there,
Angel
and
Gomes.
Put him on the bench.
Tuanzebe's gonna be in the squad this year. I
Put
think.
all
He's
of
gonna be
them on
floating.
the bench. See how you do.
I like
Dude,
the youth.
again,
Angel Gomes.
Yeah,
too.
man.
You're not
again,
Man
But
United.
you have to look at Man United now. Look at our center backs. More or less, you're pretty much set. Your fullbacks, though, it's kind of the thing you could argue with Arsenal with their right back. Valencia doesn't have competition at right back. Now
he does.
That-
Now, he
that's
has-
why they
he has-
brought him in.
He's also the
No, no,
best.
but no.
He's
It's the change
he's the
that
best
Man
at
City- look
Man
at the
United.
change Man City
He's top
made.
3 in the league.
Fullbacks.
What? You think Valencia's top 3 in the league?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Easily.
I don't
Not
think he is
this
anymore.
season.
I don't
No.
think he
Not
is
this
anymore.
I would
Who
put
do you think? Who do you
Fosu-Mensah.
think's better than him?
I think Fosu-Mensah's better
Kyle
than him
Walker.
right now.
Kyle
No.
Walker's better than him.
No.
Trippier?
I think
Trippier?
Trippier was
I
better
I don't
than
know.
him this year.
I don't know if Kyle Walker's
Kyle
better
Walker's
than
the
him.
best. Victor Moses, I thought.
Kyle Walker.
Hey, I will say
No.
one thing
Push him.
about Antonio Valencia, and that's Jose Mourinho's kind of killed his career at United a little bit, and that
He can't create.
He doesn't let him ball.
you never see Valencia cross the ball anymore or take people on. It's always get the ball, give it away. Get the ball, give it away. You never see Valencia get to cross the ball like he used to.
Goes
Dude,
up the line every
I'll
once
put
in a
that
while.
on
dude,
Valencia,
he used to.
not
No, dude, it's
Jose.
But he
Jose.
does it
Dude,
with
it's
the ball.
Jose
Valencia. He'll
tactics,
get
man.
there,
You
but
get
he
the
won't
ball.
put it in
Guys,
there.
but also Valencia's like 34, man.
33,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
33.
He's
This dude, his legs are leaving.
He's
He's gaining weight. He's getting bigger
No,
and bigger, starting to look
massive.
more like an NFL player.
He's
He
massive.
can't carry that 38
Dude,
games. That's why
and-
they brought in a young player
Dude,
behind
that's why
him.
you play that
It'll
guy.
still be
Yeah.
Valencia's starting position, but he won't have to put up 50 games this year.
He's a top 5er for the next year, maybe 2 years.
He's
crazy.
definitely
And
still
then-
top
then
five.
you
Dude,
start phasing him out.
You said top 3. You're
He's-
gonna put Trippier over him.
I would.
No,
This
I
year,
know.
yeah, man.
No,
This
I
year,
like
the
Valencia
third.
Who's
more.
the third?
I
I
put
like
Aurier
Valencia
over
more.
him,
I
to
gotta
be
look it up.
honest.
Who's the
I gotta
third?
look it up.
I was thinking.
I gotta look it up.
Chelsea
We
right
got
back. I said
Moses.
Victor Moses.
Moses
was
had a better
pushing
year
it.
than
Fuck
Valencia.
Moses,
Vic
dude.
Moses was
He
pushing
finished in
it.
what, 6th place, dude? Give me a
Dude,
break.
you got to look at
Trent
individual
Alexander-Arnold.
goals, too.
Talking
We finished
individual.
6th,
Look at
and he was the best
Victor
right back in the
Moses scored
Premier
some pretty
League.
big goals for Chelsea.
Victor
No,
Moses
I-
had a good year, man. Like,
No, but that's the
Moses-
point that he's forgetting about.
Moses, bruh.
I would say
Moses
Moses
had a good year.
because you have to look at it. When we finished 6th last season, Valencia was one of the best right backs in the world, and we finished in 6th
Dude,
place.
even
have to
Trent
look
had a big
individually.
year this
Trent,
year.
I would
We're
put
talking
Trent-
1 year.
Hey,
We're not
hey,
talking the
Trent's
worth
got
of his
potential,
career.
man,
Yeah.
but what happened?
this
I wish
year
I
he
could
was
say that. I
better.
wish I could
Valencia's
say Hector
better.
Bellerin.
How many times? Thank you. How many times?
Hector
Hector-
last
How many
That's
times?
rare. But he's not.
That's rare right there.
How many times have you
Yeah.
seen a
Alive.
top player go against Valencia and Valencia either he beats
Eats
him out
him up.
down the
No,
line
no,
or just boom?
no, his
Left arm
one-on-one?
Sorry, my bad. I just killed the fucking. I just killed his speakers. My bad,
that was
dude.
a lot.
I just boom.
You
Just
guys
his one-on-one
elbow to the
defending is
chest.
fine. His one-
Valencia gets it, gives it up, runs down the line, crosses. Hey, how about that left foot? Oh my God, Valencia's nasty.
That was a hell of a goal.
His
too.
one-
I love Valencia.
Guess what? Get rid of him. Get rid of him then. I wish you were the manager, so you get rid of him.
His one-on-one defending
You're
is
ready
fine.
to put Alexander-Arnold already half
No.
the season.
Oh, dude.
No.
It sounds like you
I'm
said.
looking at 17-18. That's
Okay.
it. 17-18. Who had a better year, bro? Let's be objective. Pull off
that's
those
how we
red
do
glasses
team
for
of
a
the
Hey,
second.
who would you rather have on your team for one season?
For
Alexander
one
Arnold.
season? Valencia, dude. But if we're
That's what
talking
we're talking
it is.
about.
No, we're not. We're saying who had a better year.
That's not
Valencia.
what I was talking about.
Valencia.
On that
Valencia
note,
had a better year.
Yes.
second place.
Here's the thing. I
Valencia-
would agree. His
Valencia
one-on-one
top 3
Hey,
year.
better defensive record, better place in the
defending
league.
was good. He's a good one-on-one defender, but his positioning is like not good.
his
And he
production.
had no
And that's the
forward
way we
in
concede our
attacking.
goals.
Never
It
got up
is
this
rare.
year.
Dude, he's
Hold
not
on.
allowed to get up from Jose tactics. He's
That's
not
right.
allowed to play.
You're
his
also
game.
talking about positioning.
Look at
years old.
Cheeky. You watch every game like me. You see the
Al,
dude,
Dude,
get
the
the
goal
ball.
he scored was him going up. He
hey,
was allowed to. He just
hey.
couldn't
Dude, I'm
recover.
talking
in
about
time.
crossing the ball. He's
Hold
not
up,
allowed.
snap.
He doesn't cross the
He
ball
can't-
anymore.
You know
Al.
what it is?
Lukaku
Al?
had
He's
like
not
4
good.
headers this
He's
year.
not good at it he's not as good at it, bro. He's not
So-
getting the
so-
end production
so-
from crossing.
hold up.
He crosses it, but no one's
Nothing
scoring.
comes of
Yeah,
it.
So
it's a
Snacks
year.
brought up
Remember
the fact that his position. It also was working against him the fact that he had multiple center backs next to him. If he has the same center backs
And a goalie.
next to him, and well,
I don't- but I
if he
don't-
had the same center backs next to him throughout the year,
but I'm
they
not
get
saying-
chemistry. And I'm telling you, the positioning works. Well, I'm telling you that he is top 3 easily in England.
All right, guys.
Yes. Who are you going to put? Bellerin?
No.
Victor Moses, like I said.
Victor Moses? Get the.
All right.
He's a right winger. He's
a
like
right wing back.
He's
So
a
was Valencia.
right winger.
So was Valencia. He was a right winger.
He's a right winger with extra energy,
It's a
so he
wing
can run
back.
back.
He's a wing back. That's an actual position in football.
That's why he's been trying to shut it down.
That's why I went
Did
during
we
your.
wrap this already, man? 2 hours. Jesus.
Supposed to be here for 3, but be here for 4. No,
I can do
2
this
hours is
for 6.
2 hours.
Give me a
is
ball of the piston, man. I'll stay here all night.
Strengthen
Open
that
that
bladder,
window,
man.
maybe.
Strengthen that bladder.
Jesus. I already have a beer, man.
I gave him a bottle. He said no.
As always, though, it's been great coming back. Hopefully, I get to come back soon. We can talk more World Cup stuff. Me and him have a bet. I don't know. I owe him a meatball sub.
I have
meatball sub and beers.
Beers if I lose.
Or I lose, but whatever. It's a good time because it's FIFA and it's a great time. I mean, let's make a day out of it.
Let's make it there. All right, but yeah, no, that's all from me. So
What is
Great
Bet,
to
by
have
the
you,
way.
Snacks. If you're listening now, guys,
I don't even know.
Lukaku become the top 3 striker.
Oh, okay, the next 3 years.
guys,
Cool.
if you're listening,
I'll talk to you
Hussey,
in 3 years.
if you're listening, Snacks, our man here, is part of the Faux Brits podcast. Give them a listen. Check them out on iTunes, CLNS Media. All right, give them a listen.
I didn't pay for this.
You didn't pay for this. This is free plugging right here. All
Free
right.
advert.
They may be the faux Brits, but they're not faux soccer pundits.